That's alright, mama. That's alright with you. That's alright, mama. And just any way you do. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright now, mama. Any way you do. Come on, now. Can you feel the pain? Into him now. About this new world. Ain't no train. Papa's got a brand new eye. Purple haze in my brain. Lately things just don't seem the same. I get funny and I don't know why. Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
What is going on, Dumb Nation? Happy Red Friday. Matthew Spear is in the house along with Olivia Spear. Olivia, hi, honey.
Hello.
It's going to be one of those weekends, I can tell. We're going to be busy.
Very busy.
Insurance kicks in, so we're all going to the optometrist. We got to go do that. And I got my physical. When's that?
Oh, that's not till November.
Oh, November.
Yes.
Okay, good. So I
Yeah,
can,
November 21st. I think.
I get,
We're going together.
I can just trim a few more pounds.
Yes.
I just want about
Yeah.
5. Want to cut a little bit. Okay. Ethan is going to be jumping in here occasionally because he is struggling with school, and we got to be parents. So we're going to help him through this and do what my family didn't do for me, which is to be about as patient as we can be. He's such a smart kid, but he's got to unlock it, and it's going to take some time. So we're going to help him. Let's go ahead and listen to some Still Point for another 30 seconds. We'll be back in 3 minutes after that.
Do you want the truth? Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news? Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree? Stop arguing me. 'Cause I'm everything you want. Damn, show what you need. I won't tell no lies. Back up all the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's dog.
It's Red Friday. RED Friday, which stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. The movement designed to honor veterans and deployed U.S. troops by wearing a red shirt every Friday. As simple as that may be, Red Friday is a great way to back those who serve our country. Go to dumbshow.com and search for Red Friday to get your red on.
Real important message here. If you haven't checked it out yet, you absolutely have to. There is this podcast that I'm sure some of you have seen me on. It's phenomenal. It's called The Dumb Show or The Don't Unfriend Me Show. You can find them on all social media at The Dumb Show or visit thedumbshow.com. Listen to their podcast. Absolutely perfect with host Matthew Spear.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show. Matt, Olivia are on. It's going to be homework night. We're helping. Hayden is at her second homecoming. They went to the other high school's homecoming, so she's doing that.
Yeah, it's the football game tonight, and tomorrow's the dance, so she gets 2 homecomings this year.
Yeah, and Ethan's doing homework, and he's going to be doing that for the rest of his natural-born life. He might be coming in and asking for some help, and I'm going to have to pause the show and help him. He just, this is what happens when we're not, a production studio. I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot going on. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff that we're going to be talking about. We've got the 18th is tomorrow, and it's No King's Day. You've probably heard about this, Libby.
I have.
So No King's Day essentially is a nod to 1776 all the way up to 1783. American Revolution, and goes down essentially with the Declaration of Independence that from taxation and representation to land confiscation to quartering of troops to seizure of arms, of smuggling of black market type goods, from imprisonment and all other types of atrocities that King George castigated upon the New England folks. And now the Democrats, who are very upset by this, who don't follow the Constitution at all, censor their opponents, jail their opponents, want to grab your guns, want to go ahead and tell you how to raise your children and what you can and can't do, and taxation without representation, and all the things that the Democrats do, are now saying no kings, no kings, no kings. Can't do it. We can't possibly have kings, because we have kings. I don't know what they're doing. So this
They're
is
being Democrats.
This is the
in
second
their own
time.
head. I don't know.
This is the second time they're doing it, right? So this is the second No Kings protest. First one, yeah, a lot of people got together. That's great. And you know what? You can do it. Just do it peacefully. Don't burn shit down. Don't hurt anybody. And I don't care. Do what you got to do. Enjoy it. Have fun. Knock yourself out. It's not going to change a damn thing. Donald Trump's still going to be president. You're still going to say that he's a serpent in power from the people, and he's the feudal system is in full gear, and it's a monarchy, and he's a dictator. I mean, they're euphemisms. I mean, and the monikers that I thought he was a dictator. Now he's a king. Now he's a king. Yeah, no. I thought he was a fascist dictator, Nazi. Now he's royalty. This is what I visualize. I think all the people had their signs, and they said, Hamas, river to the sea, free Palestine, and then the peace deal came in, and they literally turned them over and wrote on the backside, no kings.
Yep.
That's what I think
pretty
happened.
much what I think happened. Yes.
That's what happened.
I would agree.
That's essentially what I foresee. And they got their indelible ink markers out, and started drawing crowns, and
yeah. To be honest, I don't really care about No King's Day. There's only one holiday I'm celebrating tomorrow.
What would that be?
That would be Ash's birthday.
Ash's first birthday.
Birthday. Nope, she's
What are
out
we?
there with
So
Ethan.
she's getting a cake.
I'm gonna get her cake. The
And then-
local
and-
pet
and-
store has cakes as small as like $5 or a full one like 30. I'm not going with the 30.
We're not doing a 30, but,
No.
but we're getting her a steak too,
Getting
right?
her, yeah, she's gonna get steak for dinner.
So
Get
I
a
want.
cake. I'm gonna get a party hat and a present.
So we have to announce something, even though my son's being a complete knucklehead. Go get on third mic. Even though he's being a complete knucklehead, he's got something to say. No, it's not better to burn out and fade away, even though it is. Ethan, you're gonna have to change something for this, Liv, in Streamlabs. So,
Okay.
Ethan, you wanted to do something last night. Am I right? And we were gonna do this, and even though you're being a knucklehead, do you remember
You can
what
put the headphones on.
No,
dude, if
he's
you
all
want.
right. He's
Okay.
not gonna be here long enough. Do you remember what you did? What you wanted to do?
Yes.
So why don't you tell Dumb Nation what your plan was for tonight? You came up with this. This wasn't us.
For the memes, we need to get the goal to $670, and I don't care if we hit it or not. It would just be funny. So, it's just, yeah. There's no pressure.
So
No pressure.
Right, just need to
All
hit
right,
it.
doing it.
Here's what I'm gonna do. If we hit it, we'll randomly pick all people who donated, no matter how much it was, and you'll get to pick one thing out of the store that you want. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay, so highest item that we have in the store is like $105, and the cheapest thing we have is like 15. I would recommend to probably pick the expensive thing. So, Ethan, tell them what 6-7 is so they all understand.
It's just a random meme going around for Gen X and Gen Alpha people, and we basically say it like someone says 6-7, you say 6-7 and do the hand motion.
You're gonna do it, or I guess say how you say it.
6-7.
Okay.
That.
So,
And
if only you focus on your schoolwork as much as you focus on being idiot with your stuff, but that's okay. All right, that's good. You've sold it. 670 is what we're going to try to do. Anyone who donates, if we hit 670, you can have one thing out of the store. We'll randomly choose it like we did last week, and we're trying to help Ethan out with this. The goal is 670 because Ethan said it. Because this 6-7 thing, he's doing it all the time.
Constantly.
So he wants to be able to do 6-7. So as we're going to try to hit it. If we hit it, great. If we don't, but we have to hit 670. And one thing out of the store, anything you want. So we'll get all the donations tonight across Rumble, across YouTube and X and Facebook. Collect them all, and we'll do a drawing. And you will see that on Monday. And one thing out of the store, there you go. Okay, that's the goal, 670. He came up with it. He said it last night, and I'm at least going to give him that. He's had a real bad day. Okay?
yep, you guys got this.
Okay, get out of here.
Love you, buddy.
All right, so Liv, your job is to repeat that.
Okay.
So one thing out of the store, it's up to you, and you can have anything you want out of the store. Mallory says, I'm 60 years old and work at middle school. I 6-7 kids all day, and it never fails to make them high five me. So that's what it is, right? It's just a fun little thing to do. Ethan came up with it. We're going to try to do it. Once again, anything you want in the store is yours. We'll do a drawing for it. You can donate anything you want. I would try to, make it so we hit the goal. If everyone does $1, it's going to be a while. But Olivia is going to talk about this and some of the things we have in the store, the jackets, books. We have a whole bunch of great stuff in there. Coffee.
These lovely things.
Yeah, mugs. So I'm going to try to get a picture here because I was able to put up the jacket.
We got a blanket, Sherpa blanket, lots of t-shirts. I am unfortunately not wearing. I had a whole 10 minutes to get ready for the show tonight, so I just grabbed a hoodie.
Well, you keep talking. I'm sure you got
there's a lot of stuff. We have a lot of Charlie Kirk stuff. We've got a Freedom shirt. We have hoodies of all different kinds. We have the tank tops for the ladies. We even have the Trumplican shirt for youth, boys and girls. Thank you, Jeffrey Styles. I got to put that one in because the super chats do not, he said, God bless. The super chats do not go into our into our goal amount. So I have to put it in. So it's going to show up twice, but
yeah, that's okay. It will show up. It will show up twice. I'm building this graphic real quick because we just came up with this. What else?
Stuff in the store.
No. What else? Like what else? What else is going on in your life? Say, come on, give me a story. Do something.
Oh, well, Ash is turning 1 tomorrow.
Yeah. Tell everybody about that real quick. And be fast.
Ash is turning 1.
Well, not that fast.
Big girl.
She's who. Not everyone knows who Ash is.
Ash is our puppy. She still acts like a puppy. This morning I came downstairs and she decided to finish off the welcome mat by the front door that she started last week.
That's really pissing me off.
Oh, she's chewing, and it's our welcome mats.
And there's no reason.
It's the second one.
There's no reason.
And it's all material. She's not chewing wood. She's chewing material. She chewed a hole in one of our dining room seats, the chairs, the cushion on it. She's chewed 2 welcome mats in the house.
It's not that bad. I mean, you're making it sound like she's destroying it. Just
it's
little
just
nibbling.
little things. Now she's starting to dig in the yard. I think we have a squirrel that keeps burying his or her nuts for the winter in our backyard, and I think Ash is digging them all up.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go get her a cake and a little birthday hat, a little present. Get her a steak for dinner because she's spoiled. And one of my kids that I nanny for made a little happy birthday video, and sang happy birthday for her because the kids, I just love my pets.
So are we gonna put her on live?
Yeah, when we sing happy birthday, if you want, or we can just video it.
When are we singing happy birthday?
I would assume. I don't even know.
Is
if
that
Hayden's
like tomorrow or
yeah,
something?
I don't even know if Hayden's gonna be here for it, so she can just watch the video.
Okay.
But yeah, so.
All right, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
I just need to get a hoodie now.
So I don't know what topics we're talking about, but I bookmarked a ton of stuff in.
Yeah, but walk me through
today.
this no kings thing. I mean, what do you anticipate? You think it's going to be? You think there's going to be riots? Do you think it's going to be?
No, I don't. I think.
You think it's going to be peaceful?
No, I mean, I think maybe Oregon.
Oregon, like organ in your body?
No, like Oregon, the state.
Oregon. You said Oregon.
Well, that's what
it's
I
not Oregon, you redneck. It's
I
Oregon.
am a redneck. I'm from Montana.
It's Oregon. Just saying.
Sure. Whatever.
Anyway,
maybe there, maybe Seattle. But I don't know. From what I saw on the news today, it looked like a bunch of sports team mascots.
Right.
That's what it looked like they were doing.
They're such
I don't
idiots.
even know what's going on with this. So,
but why not? Why not?
know.
Like, if you're going to do it, okay. Like, listen, you want all of a sudden you want to do the no kings. That's fine. But shouldn't we take it a little more seriously? By the way, folks, Liv's going to tell you all about this donation tonight. Here is a picture of everything. Liv, go ahead.
The donations, Ethan came up with having the goal be $670.
No, she didn't say it right.
Tonight.
No, wait. No, Jeffrey. No, she didn't. It's not organ. It's not organ. It's not organ.
It's
not organ. An organ is a plane with keys or something inside thy body. It's Oregon. It's not organ. No, it's not organ. I was born in Oregon.
Okay, I gotta go get my keywords toast. I can't.
It's okay.
Nope, it's different. It's the other.
Okay,
one.
ask Ethan for a cable.
Hey, Ethan.
All right, so I'll do this while she's talking to Ethan.
'cause I
So
can't
all
type
the
anymore.
things in the shop, folks. We have hats, jackets. We have hoodies, coffee, everything, books, all sorts of stuff. So if you donate anything, mute your mic. Get your away from your mic. No, you didn't. If you order or give any donation tonight, you are entered to win. If we hit 670 in honor of Ethan, who set the goal tonight, he hit 670, and we go ahead and we give anything in the store to you. I don't care if you're from Oregon. It's Oregon. It's not Oregon.
Oregon.
It's not Oregon. It's never been called. I'm from the West Coast. I've lived in Bremerton, Washington. I used to work in Wilsonville. I lived in California. I've never heard it called Oregon. Oregon. Not Oregon. No. Maybe Oregon or Oregon, but not Oregon. Oregon. Here, I just need the cable. Just the cable, dude.
Thank you.
Actually, give me the whole thing. Okay. So, I don't know. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Thanks, Drama Queen. Bobby Richardson, 3140 for Ethan. Love you all. Thank you so much. I lived in Bremerton. Yeah, I lived in Bremerton for a short period of time. Oregon. That's right. Oregon. That's correct. Or again. That's fine. You can do Oregon or Oregon, but not Oregon. No, not Oregon. But we're not going to. Oregon.
I'm from Montana. I'm a hick.
You can do Oregon too, but not Oregon. Oregon. Not. No. Mm-mm. I'm not going to tolerate that stuff. Nope. Not going to do it. I'm not going to tolerate that stuff. Orgigon don't count. Orgigons don't count. Okay. Sorry, folks. I'm waiting for my mouse to work. We're having some technical difficulties.
We are, because all of a sudden my keyboard just
okay, there it is.
Put on me.
Oh, why is my mouse so slow?
It's probably running short on batteries.
No, it's not. Not at all. All right. So there it is. Jen McLaughlin donated $10. I'm in. Okay. So we're trying to get to 670. Anything on the store, you can pick it. We'll talk about it every 15, 20 minutes. So no Kings rally. We understand what this is all about now. Kind of stupid. I don't expect it to do. Hopefully nothing bad happens. We would hope. I just got to do one thing with this picture. Sorry, folks. Liv, tell me which ones these are.
Carrie Spricks, $5 for Ethan. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, there. That looks better. All right. I've got the graphic now. Thank you, Carrie. All right, let's get into the show. No Kings, no Queens, whatever. Who cares? I think it's stupid. I mean, he's still going to be the president tomorrow no matter what. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Nothing's going to change.
So, you guys just need to cope. That's what it is. The middle E in Oregon is as useless as the P in Saki.
Angela Hills, 1676.7. No, I have to do that every time someone does 6-7.
Oh, everyone
God
does.
bless.
Someone needs to do 6776. That would really like blow my mind.
There we go.
Or 6767 or whatever. Okay, so let's get going. Got some stuff today. I want to show you a video of Russell Brand. Now, listen, is it possible that Russell Brand did some bad stuff? Oh, you won, JD.
6-7.
6-7.
Tamar Bush, thank you.
Tamar Bush, 6-7. JD must have won his Avalanche. I told you, dude. I thought it was going to be 5-2, but 4-1's good enough. We'll take it.
Yeah, he must have won.
Avs are a good bet. They're a good team, man. They really are a good team. So anyway, Russell Brand, you guys know that there were some charges back in England in regards to some of his previous things that he was accused of sexually and all that. And honestly, none of that's my business. If he did those things, he should be held in the court of law. Liv?
All right, JD Stillwell. Periodic table element 67 is HO. I think that's what they are calling us. 6-7.
You just do the 6-7. I'm not going to do it every time. You do it though.
Oh, this is going to go to old real quick. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you.
Or again. Oregon is fine. Oregon or Oregon, but not Oregon. It's not Oregon. Nobody says the Oregon Ducks. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm not. Okay, so here's Russell Brand. This video is actually really cool. It's just good to see him. He's found God, and he seems to have turned over another leaf. And I don't know. Let's just watch it. I mean, I'm not saying that like he's the greatest guy in the world or anything like that. That's not my point. My point is I'm happy to see someone have a change of heart for the better when it comes to finding God. I think it's a great thing. And hopefully it helps my life and continues to reveal himself to me in the ways that he does. And I think it's great. I really do. Here's Russell Brand. Let me change the audio.
You remembered before you hit start.
Yep.
Congratulations, dear.
You want to start, really?
Yeah.
You want to start doing this?
Yeah.
No,
besides, your picture's up there twice. I'm not up there.
I'm fixing it right now, Liv.
Heavenly Father, God,
I'm trying to do too many things. You're screwing
Holy
with me.
Spirit, we pray for the abundant. Let's close with a prayer. Heavenly Father, God, Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior, Holy Spirit, we pray for the abundant grace that you have provided to be exhibited as we go out from here tonight. Lord, We honor in particular those directly affected by the murder of Charlie Kirk, his widow and his children, and the people at Turning Point who were there and witnessed it that day. And to the young people here who looked up to him and admired him, Lord, we know that as a servant of yours, Charlie Kirk was aware that all of us are on our knees shoulder to shoulder before you. And Lord God, your principles and your values are what you have bestowed upon us. It is by your sacrifice that we will know eternal life. It is by your life and your teachings that we know the direction that our faith should head in. Thank you, God, for giving me the opportunity to be with these beautiful people in Oklahoma. Thank you, Lord, for the conversation that's pursued. Lord, I would ask for divine inspiration. I would ask for new conversations that pursue the lines that Charlie Kirk was pursuing in earnest. Open discourse, love. For me as a Christian, Lord, I follow you faithfully. Show me where I can honor you more greatly. Show me how we can interact with lovingly people of different faiths and different dispositions. And show us, Lord, how the miracle of new technology might be used to create maximal freedom in your name. May your kingdom come. Until your return, Lord, we'll serve you in faith. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.
Better than I could do, you know?
Yes.
I mean, all in all, inspiring, good to see. I believe him, and I don't know what else to say except good on him. I hope it maintains. I hope he continues to define the word, and I hope he continues to believe. I think he's the first one to admit that he is a sinner of epic proportions, and now that he's found God, I hope it sticks. That's it. What do you think?
I think it's great, but unfortunately, the only thing I can think about
Elvis
is
Snow.
Freaking Elvis Snow. That's all.
I'm
sitting there. Yes, I'm sitting there. Oh, it's Elvis Snow. It's bullshit. That's all I could think about in the whole. I went from 6 to midnight. That's all I could think about. While I know it's bad. It's really bad. But
I don't think it's that bad.
It's funny. That's the only thing. Anytime I see Russell Brand talk, all I can hear is Elvis Snow. I can't hear anything else.
Yeah. But now that
if anyone knows what we're talking about, it's Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the movie.
But now that we're serious, your thoughts on it?
I think it's great.
Wow.
I think it's
You're
great.
the best color commentary
It is.
person in the business, Liv. That's it. I think it's great. That's all you have.
Yes.
Considering he was a drug addict, almost put Katy Perry in the psycho ward. Has been accused of.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Better than great.
Just everyone is a sinner. Okay. So we didn't really do anything bad. We just never went to church. Now we're going to church. We're praying. We're reading the Bible. I don't see anyone jumping up and down for us. I understand he was a drug addict. I understand he's being accused of rape. I understand he's done a lot of horrible things in his life. But just because somebody did something worse than somebody else and has decided to turn to the Lord and better their life doesn't mean they need a standing ovation and jumping up and down. We're all sinners. It doesn't matter. That's great. I'm glad he's doing it, but I don't think he needs a standing ovation for it.
Okay, that's much better than the word great. So
I don't expect anyone that I'm going back to church after almost 27 years and praying and doing that.
No.
I don't expect anyone to be like, "Oh, y'all, Olivia," but I don't. It's honestly no one else's business of what my relationship with the Lord is like.
I understand
with Russell Brand,
but it's kind of a thing in Christianity, when somebody, is born again or someone comes back, that you would celebrate it. I completely agree with you. Like, I don't think it needs to be mainstream, but I don't think that's what he just did. I think he went to TPUSA. He's been doing it now for a few years, and he led a prayer that was fairly moving. I don't know so much about the AI thing, but whatever. And I was, I don't know. I'm good. I'm good with him doing it. I agree with you. It doesn't need to be like all of a sudden he's absolved of all of his earthly sin, but I also know that the left tries to destroy people who tend to go over to the right, and he was very left. And after what they did to Trump and after what they did to Kavanaugh and other people, I don't know if I trust, E. Jean Carroll and Stormy Daniels. I don't know if I trust any of the things that they're doing, because it seems they use sex as a weapon. So I got to give them credit for that I at least respect the fact that he's trying to turn over a leaf and he has found God. And that's an admirable thing. So I agree with you, though. He shouldn't be
People shouldn't be going to Jesus to get likes and have it be clickbait. They should be doing it because they want to. Right.
I agree. Right. Except for our show, because we're grifters, and that's really important for our show.
Yes, we are grifters, which, by the way, the goal is $670.
So what? You don't have to do that every time, but what? When you tell them what that means, because they don't know why. So you've got to explain it, because we got to tell them what the deal is so people know.
Yeah. So the whole 6-7 meme is going around. It's all over with the kids, and so Ethan says it at least 100 times a day. And so he came up with the idea last night to make our goal $670 today. And that was all his idea. Whether or not we hit it, that would be awesome if we did. If we don't, we're not going to cry.
Yeah, but it is Ash's birthday.
It is Ash's birthday tomorrow. We have to go buy her a steak. So, And
can you get to the point of what we're giving away? Because they don't care about that.
Well, I was going to, I know, but you started talking about Ash's birthday.
You got to do 10 seconds. Like, just get it out, because we have to say it about 40 times.
Got it.
For the next 2 hours.
So
you got to learn
anyone who donates any amount of money gets to...
Can I finish?
Did you just mute me?
Yes. Are you done?
Yes.
I'm not laughing. I'm getting a little annoyed.
Sorry.
I just want to get this out. Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
We have to make it like 10 seconds. So you're doing a great job, but can you condense it? Because we have to say it 40 times for this show over the next 2 hours.
Yes.
Cool. Sorry, it's been a bad night. Like my
son.
I
was being sarcastic when you said, "Did you meet me?" I was going back to Wednesday night.
No, I knew that, but it's just like not letting me talk and tell you what we're trying to do. So it's been a real bad night. 3 Fs for my kid, and I got to go deal with that soon too. And I got to go ahead and listen to 45-second commercials on fundraising. So can we just keep it to 10 seconds?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, this is where I get called a dick, but I don't care. Okay. So tell them one more time.
Anyone who donates anything tonight gets to pick anything they want out of the store. Anything they want.
Perfect. That's better than Oregon. Pound it. Oh, don't be grumpy with me. You interrupted me like 15 times when I was trying to tell you something.
Well, you know what? If you would have just said, "Hey, go ahead," you spent 45 seconds doing that whole kind of diatribe when I could have just said it and it would have been.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break on donating real quick, and we'll be back in a second, and we'll see you in a few.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations, but after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking... I can't do it. I can't untighten it.
That's what she said.
That's what she's... Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pound it. Pound it. Pound.
Child 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm going to punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something
There's no but there. Just tell me what you learned. Why do you've been doing this since you were 2 years old. Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
He's so much better than you at everything.
It's better at
Hayden, he's just like, even, it's just... Go Ethan, ahead, Hayden. Start over.
Thanks for helping
Tell
us
me what
stay
you learned.
loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Well done, Spear
That's not where it
family.
started,
I bet we
though.
make no money.
You need to start at the beginning, what we read together.
Then money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh, yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, doo 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 doo.
What's the point of the story? Okay. And what is it?
Hang
What is
on
it?
one second,
What does it
everyone.
say?
Matt is coaching Ethan right now, but I'll put in a donation. CJ Jenkins 1080, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Ethan, you're not telling me what happened in what you read. You're just rambling.
So I'm not sure
You're
what
supposed to tell me a story.
our stories are tonight.
Start just wait.
But
We're
just
almost
wait.
done.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to break down each section and say section 1 is this, section 2 is this, section 3 is this. This whole, how big is this thing? How long is this supposed to take? 3 hours, 4 days, what? I don't know what a while is. Okay, so you really need to start investing because you need to start getting some work done, but you can't even tell me what you've read so far. What have you been doing? Okay, so how about this? How about you get this read so we can cover this, okay? Take your time. I need to know, and you need to tell me what's happening in the story, and then you need to answer the questions. So, let's go. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, guys, mandatory break. We might have to take, it's going to be a longer show, I would assume, Liv.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to take random breaks because he's having some trouble in school. He's got 4 Fs, which is, it's unacceptable. And he's a smart kid. It's been a stressful day here at the Spear household. And right before we came on, I almost did not come on tonight because I really wanted to spend some time with him and help him and try to make him connect the dots. But we did it before dinner and I think he wants to do better, but it's just frustrating. So that's going to interrupt us sometimes tonight. So I might need to jump off just for a couple minutes and it'll extend the show. And that's just the way it is. Okay. So we got donation in and we got the talk about what the donation is.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Let's close with a
So there was something going back to the King's Day. No King's Day. This gentleman, I thought it was funny. I saw this video and topic is a little serious, but still funny. Here is this and take a watch.
I was wanting to participate in this No Kings, rally they're having across the country, but unfortunately my state doesn't allow you to run over protesters, so I guess I'm out. Sucks. I really wanted to be part of this movement.
It's funny.
That's
great. I love it.
Get you in trouble, but I thought it was funny. So I was surfing the interwebs and I saw this picture and it makes me wonder about this question. So can black people be racist? And if you look at the definition of racism and the new definitions they've made is that black people can't be racist. And saying that because black people are not in a position of in the hierarchy or in the upper echelon of government and leadership and don't have a majority, they can't be racist. And I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, maybe way back when they were still slaves, but no, absolutely, black people can be racist. And they need to change. I mean, they're adding new words every year into the dictionary. They need to redefine that word because it should be discriminating against somebody because of their skin color, not discriminating against somebody who is black. It shouldn't be the definition. Anyone can be racist against a person of another color, period.
Yeah. So here's my question. It's basically, is there such thing as racism against Asians?
Yeah.
But that wouldn't follow that classification, right?
No, because apparently the only people you can be racist against are black people.
Well, that's the whole thing. And I think most black people will tell you that aren't, part of BLM will tell you that black people can be racist. And I think most people who are grounded can tell you that racism is based upon one race saying they're superior over another. But the systemic racism and the actual definition has kind of a new woke one. And the definition comes down to this: the belief that different races possess distinct characteristics, abilities, or qualities, especially so as to distinguish them as inferior or superior to one another. That's the definition. Now, the woke definition is, it talks about systemic power and, governmental control and people who write the laws and all that type of stuff. But to me, I don't think that definition scans with me. I don't know about you.
No, I mean, considering that we have had a black president who is pretty much the most powerful man, in our country.
Does that mean that there's not racism anymore?
No, there is racism. The whole point of their definition is it's people in power being racist against minorities. Well, there are black people in power. We have black senators. We've had a black president. We had a black vice president. We have black congresspeople. We have black mayors, black governors. There's no more of this. Black people don't have any power. They do. They are in powerful positions. And honestly, I could care less about the color of your skin. Couldn't care less.
Sorry. I'm not trying to be a dick when it comes to your speech with Oregon. But when you say could care less, it demonstrates that you could care some. So therefore you do care.
Gotcha. Okay.
But couldn't means I care. I have zero fucks to give,
gotcha.
Basically. Sorry.
So I have zero Fs to give.
Sorry. I'm not trying. It's just, liberals are vicious. And if you type I could care less, then it's going to be about grammatical errors and syntax when I'm just trying to help. So between Oregon and that, I that's twice, and hopefully there won't be a third.
Well, third time's a charm, right? So I'm probably going to say something else.
No, it's just that one. It's like when, it's like that song, blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. She doesn't say douche, but people sing and say douche, and it's not that. So it's wrapped up like a deuce coupe, but it doesn't sound like that. What's another song? Like,
well, totally off topic. There's a comedian that his whole act is he talks about songs where people sing them all wrong.
That's right.
He's hilarious. That's his entire act.
Like Toad the Wet Sprocket, the Friends soundtrack one that they did in there. He says, and give it a reprieve, but it sounds like give it a burrito supreme. Mm-hmm. And then Taylor Swift does that with Starbucks Lovers.
Or Maroon 5 with the I've been shitting for you or something like that.
Right.
When it's supposed to be I've been wishing for you.
Right.
Just,
right. Yeah. How's that song go? I've been wishing for you.
Something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, but it does sound hard. It sounds like I've been shitting for you.
Yes.
It very much sounds like that. All right, great conversation. Wonderful. Yes. Glad we did that. Black people can be racist. Yes, they absolutely can. Andrea Beal donated $6.70 for Ethan and Ash. Thank you so much. Once again, we'll try to hit the 670 mark. Let's just get it as high as we can go, and we'll cross our fingers. Did you put? Okay, there's 585. Did you put a big one in already?
67.
Okay, 565. Deborah McLaughlin.
From JD.
565. All right, so we're trying to hit it. But here's the other thing. It's even if the definition is it has to be in power and systemically they need to be the majority. Okay, but even if that's your argument, it doesn't mean people can't try to be racist. So even if the racism that you're demonstrating doesn't have systemic wide results, it doesn't mean that you can't discriminate against a white person when you work at a restaurant. Here's an example. So in Virginia, over in Ashburn, there is a barbershop. And it is an all-black barbershop. And when I say it's an all-black barbershop, it is an all-black barbershop. You walk in and gold scissors and gold clippers and everything else. And it is a black barbershop, no doubt. I walked in there. And I went and sat down. And There were like 5 or 6 other people. And these 5 or 6 other people and Olivia knows I hate haircuts and I hate waiting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I make myself known and I say, hey, can I put myself on a list? And they say, no, they'll call you when they're ready. And I say, oh, okay, great. So I sat down. And can Asian person be racist against a Caucasian person? Of course they can. Of course they can. I mean, I dated an Asian girl who her parents did not want me to date her because I was white, plain and simple. Well, that's I guess that's a form of racism. I mean, I'm a white guy. But anyway, so I went into this all black barbershop and they said, just sit down. So I did. And 5 or 6 people went through. And of course that took an hour. And I'm just like, I need a haircut. It's driving me crazy because I can't have it. It touches my ears. I get all freaking weird. So then, 3 or 4 other people come in. It's non-appointment based. It's all first come, first serve. And I don't get served. And I stand up and I'm like, hey, it just, wanted to see where we are and where I'm at in line. And the person's like, it'll be soon. And they didn't talk to me. They didn't look at me. They never looked up or anything else. And finally, I just got up and I left and I walked out. And that very clearly told me that I wasn't welcome there. And when I talked about it with my boss at the time, and I said, hey, I'm going over to this barbershop, or I went over to this barbershop and this is what happened. He's like, oh, you don't walk into that barbershop. That's not a white barbershop. And I said, what are you talking about? It's not a white barbershop. He's like, it's black only. And I said, no fucking way. He's like, this is Virginia, bro. It's like a speakeasy kind of thing. It's an unspoken rule. And you can't get a haircut in there. And I've lived here for 10 years and there's just, you cannot, as a white person, they just won't serve you. They just won't serve you. And I consider that to be, now I don't care because I'll just go somewhere else. I'll never go anywhere else. But I consider that to be racist. But could you imagine if that was 20 barbershops in town? And I would have to drive 60 miles to go to a barbershop that would cut my hair. That would be pretty horrible.
Well, can you imagine if there was an all-white barbershop right now? I mean, it's like, it's okay for the black community to do it, and it's accepted, but it's not acceptable for a white community to do it. The black community has everything. They've got their Black Entertainment Awards. They've got this. They've got that. They've everything. They're black ESPYs. They're black Oscars. They're black everything.
Okay, so read that real quick.
The No King seems to me based on a false narrative. Is it still being funded by Walton Harris? Is the litmus
being anti-Trump? What am I missing? Yeah. Hold on a second. So Mike says the 6-7 meme is from a song by rapper Skrilla. It is short for 10-6-7, a police radio code for report of a death.
The one Ethan explained to me is it was some kid at some high school basketball game that was being recorded, and him and his friend were like screaming in the bleachers, and when the camera panned to him, they both went 6-7, and that's where it started. And I guess it turned into a meme. That's what I've been told. Bless you.
It says, original song by Doot Doot 6-7 by Skrilla. 6-7 is repeated. The NBA player LaMelo Ball is often tied to it because he's exactly 6'7", which gives the phrase more viral appeal. A video of a kid on a sidewalk of a basketball game saying 6'7" went viral, and the moment became known as the 6'7" kid. So I think there's multiple meanings for it, as you know, just like isn't 387 homicide or some crap. I don't think that's what my son's doing, and honestly, with his grades, I don't think he wants to live a short life, and I would cut him if he did that. I think that's what it's from. I don't think it's from the rap song. My son doesn't listen to rap, and not because, he's racist. That's why, just racist. 187. That's right. 187. I've been out of the game a long time, yo. Apologize.
Yeah, I'm not hip like that. I'm not up to speed with what the youngins are saying these days.
Yeah. I'm trying to, nope, that's not going to work. It's frustrating. My logo is just going to need to go away.
Where?
It's okay. It's just one of those nights. It's been a long week, and I'm
God,
very much ready for my week to be over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very much after Monday. It's just, I think after this weekend, I'll be completely fine. But it was not, Monday did not go well for me. I was not very happy with it. And I didn't
last weekend was not a weekend. It was a long weekend. So we're looking forward to this.
Well, this isn't going to be a good weekend either because we've got a bunch of shit to do.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be emotional. It's going to be busy as far as stuff to do. But the only thing you have to do is go to the eye doctor tomorrow.
Only thing I have to do is go to the eye doctor. God, I wish my life was that uncomplicated. I don't think, I think we have more to do than that, don't we?
Vivian's coming. Or not, but they're coming here.
And then we got shopping and
I
stuff.
got to go shopping, and then it's Ash's birthday, church. But
so
I got to get caught up with laundry. I have like 10 loads to do. But other than that.
Well, I've tried, but you don't let me touch the laundry. I've tried that thing. I mean.
You are more than welcome to do your own laundry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's going to work.
I will not complain.
Okay, so we're going to do this live, huh?
No.
You don't let me touch the laundry any other time, but all of a sudden now you're going to make me do the laundry, which is fine. I got no problem doing the laundry, but you've told me a million times I don't get to touch the laundry. And then now we're live and it's like, oh, you can totally do your own laundry. This is where we're going.
I'll cook you a pot pie for dinner tomorrow. How about that?
No, I just want to know why you don't say it in person, but you do it on the show. Isn't it interesting? It's kind of like that thing with your mom and your sister, always milking the attention a little bit. Just saying. Just saying. I've tried to make that offer. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'll do my own laundry if you balance the book.
Done.
You won't though. So I already win. Which logo do you want? Do you want this one or the other one?
What did we have up before?
Well, it was a motion logo, but it keeps
it
keeps screwing up.
Do that one. That one's fine.
Okay. It keeps screwing up. All right. Well, thank you for outing. Listen,
Mel Hayden does her own laundry. So does Ethan.
Now they do, and I tried, but she doesn't. Like, the funny thing is I used to be the one to cook, to clean, do it all, and that's been a while. And that doesn't happen much anymore. But I think laundry's dumb. I think we let it pile up for no reason when it's just really easy just to take it down there and just do it.
We need a laundry room upstairs. So much easier. Do
you know how much money that's going to cost?
Yes.
That's not going to happen.
No.
Not in this house. I mean, if we build one, we'll do it. But, that's it. Okay. Why did a few people type 187? Is that about one of the... Okay, so there's this meme thing we're doing for my son, and it's to raise $670 because there's this... I can't explain. I don't even know what it means. Can you do it?
I don't know what it means either.
Just do the 10-second version. Tell everybody what we're doing tonight.
So there's a meme going around that the kids like, and anytime they see the number 6 and 7, they go 6, 7. So Ethan came up with the idea to make our goal $670 tonight. If we hit it, awesome.
And
if you donate any amount of money, whatever you do, we're gonna draw a name on Monday, and whoever gets to pick one thing out of the store, whatever they want, as long as it's in stock.
And if it's not in stock, you just wait longer. So that's to explain that. As far as the 187 thing, somebody said that the 67 was a rapper's death code or some shit, and it's got several different meanings, and that's that. Okay. Laundry. Matt, I think you should be quiet or your wife will cut you off from your love life, dude. I think you shouldn't give me love advice.
Who said that?
I don't know. Somebody. So I don't think you should give me, I think you should give me love advice. So, never a good thing to get involved between a married couple who are disagreeing. Hollywood Reporter asks, Reporter asks Zelensky an amazing question. This one's about 2 minutes. And it's an interesting question. Donald Trump liked it. And then Donald Trump said, drop the F-bomb.
Ooh.
After this, but let's listen to this one and then we'll talk about it.
To meet that deal, both sides had to make concessions. Our president has stuck out his neck in many ways to make a peace deal for your war as well. What specific concessions are you willing to make to end this war with Russia? Will you give up joining NATO? Americans have foreign war fatigue, and our president, as he said, we need our Tomahawks too.
Wow.
To me?
Yes, you, President Zelensky.
Thank you very much.
That's some question. Right?
So many questions in one. Thank you very much for your question. First of all, I think we need to sit and speak. The second point, we need ceasefire. Even now, you see in the Middle East, it's very difficult to hold.
No, Don, I know who it is. I don't take love advice from other people. Sorry. My wife and I are just right as rain. We have stress once in a while. It happens. We have kids, but no, I don't think I will. We go back and forth. She gives as good as she gets, and we're also trying to balance a kid who's flunking 7th grade. So, a lot of stress tonight.
It's file everywhere in every war. It's very difficult. We want peace. Putin doesn't want. That's why we need pressure on it. We will speak with President today what we need. We understand what we need to push Putin to negotiation table. And as I said previously, so we are ready to speak in any kind of format, bilateral, trilateral, doesn't matter.
He doesn't know.
Matter, just peace. This is important. And we don't speak about NATO or NATO. For Ukrainians, it's very important. Of course, it's our decisions of allies to decide where we are.
But are you willing to give
Yes, but the most important thing for people in Ukraine, which are under each day's attacks, to have really strong security guarantees. NATO is the best, but weapon is very important. Allies on our side is very important. And between us, for us, bilateral security guarantees between me and President Trump is very important. I don't know, we didn't speak with details about it, but this is the most important document because the United States is very strong.
Sir, President Trump, you're...
That was a horrible answer. He didn't answer in any way, shape, or form. I didn't hear any concessions that he's even looking for. All I heard was, you need to give us what we need, what we ask for, because we want peace, and in order to have peace, we need the things that we're asking for. Did you have a take on this?
He's kind of hard to understand. Yeah, it did sound like he was dancing around the question. It didn't sound like he really wants to have a peace deal and like he cares. I was just impressed he wasn't in a tracksuit. So
yeah, but even not even Rotman 13, 313. Thank you for subscribing. But even then,
and Gary Rodriguez, thank you.
So I don't think they understand what it looks like, and we have to understand since 2014 they've been in perpetual state of civil war, and there's been open conflict with Russia, and I think it's give us more money, give us more weapons, and we'll give more peace. What peace? I mean, it doesn't.
Honestly, I think it's a money grab. I don't think they care about the cause. I just think they want money.
Well, right, and you keep hearing that Gaza was flattened, and then all of a sudden there's malls open, and there's thousands of phones, iPhone 17s, and soft serve ice cream, and gold watches, and cigarettes, and I'm kind of like, I thought these people were starving. I thought that they made this war sound like 7 million 100 pounds of bombs are being dropped a night, and everything's fine. Don says, I was just joking. Oh, so was I. Can't you tell by my insane laughter? Yeah. It's not the night, man. I'm not in a good mood. Can you tell? It's hard. My son I love and I care for, and he's refusing to grow up a little bit, and he's in his 13s, and this is the age that Olivia or Hayden did this, and it was hard on the family, and he's doing it now too. So, I go the way of my family, and when my son's struggling, I struggle, and that's the way it is. And, if my wife decides to hold sex for me for the first time in 26 years, I'll be absolutely shocked because it's never happened before. Even in the worst arguments, we don't have a problem with that. So I don't know. I just think some things you say on a show and some things you don't. That's all. And I replied in that way. I'm not mad. Just worried about my kid, man. I want my son to do well, and I want him to unlock the things that I didn't unlock. Because inside there is a beautiful brain, and I don't want him to have to go till 19 or 20 like I did to unlock it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's it. So I didn't take offense. I answered you as dry as the comment was, as dry as I was. Thomas Austin donating 2110, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. What's ESV? Is that the title of the book? ESV?
No, I was thinking Ephesians, but no, that's not Ephesians.
I don't know what it is.
Because the book was John. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So then President Trump did this. Now, curb your ears, folks, because, now that President Trump cussed, everyone's going to be like, oh, cussing's fine. It's no big deal. But when I do it, it's bad. Ethan, how are we coming along, dude? Okay, here it is.
The world, I'll say that.
Mr. President, it has been reported that Maduro offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should he do in order to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you,
everybody.
Watch JD Vance's face. Like JD Vance is going to be on the left. Watch this.
Thanks, guys. Let's go. Start moving. Thank you, guys. Let's go. Thanks, guys. Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
Thanks, President Trump.
Thank you, Peter. Good job. The world,
That's funny.
JD Vance is just living the
very
life right
laid
now.
back.
He's just living the life. You know what I mean?
ESV is English Standard Version Bible.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, thanks. I learn something new every single day. So folks, tonight we're doing this. My son is trying to raise, he just came up with it. You guys, seriously, we're not pushing for it. But if we we overdrive pretty hard, we'll honor it. Like, we probably need to hit 400 at least to do it. But if you guys, we overdrive to 670, anyone who donates, we're going to put in a free anything you want, whether it's coffee or a hoodie or a t-shirt or a mug. And honestly, we can go up to almost $100. So if you want to do multiple things, get a couple shirts and some coffee, whatever, we'll just call it $100 and call it good.
My cup was like perfect placement right there when you had that up. It was like,
oh, was it right there too?
Perfect placement of the ad. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So $100 is what we'll say. So if you donate, you have a chance to win $100. We'll do it on Monday. We got to overdrive a little bit. I can't give $100 away for nothing. So we got to like drive higher than 300, obviously, because that's what we need to do. So we overdrive. We'll do $100 at the store and we'll give that away. We just sent out a jacket. I don't know where Isaac is. I haven't seen him.
You know what? I don't even know. I wasn't on that night, so I don't know who won.
At WR332. I think he was just on a second ago.
He is. He's on right now.
Okay, cool. So I want to see if he got his jacket. Did you get it yet, man? Because I'm going to check. You got to send me a picture if you do. I know several other people got their stuff. Let me see.
Not yet. He said not yet.
All right, let me tell you where it's at, because that's important. And I want you to feel like they're pissing me off. They have 2 shirts that they have not.
He'll be home in 20 minutes. Check.
2 sweaters they haven't sent me.
Yeah, Melanie, Ethan's 12.
Buddy, Isaac, it's waiting at your house.
Ooh, better send us a picture.
It's on your doorstep, buddy. It's on your doorstep. So 20 minutes, it's right there. Just delivered. Your new jacket's there. So anyway, Isaac won his new jacket.
If you're driving home, how are you typing in chat?
Don't worry about that. Just don't. He doesn't need to feel guilty. It's fine. Do what you got to do. Don't get yourself hurt though. But anyway, he got his new jacket, so that's there. So once again, you guys donate up to just $1. Doesn't matter. We prefer more because we want to actually hit it. We're trying for 670 tonight because that's what Ethan was going for. For the 6-7 meme that he does, he was on last night. He's like, well, we're gonna go for 670. I'm like, I'm going to give it to him. He's had a bad day. He's got a few F's, and he's honestly he's shucking his responsibility. So we're trying to help him stay motivated. Here we go. Donald Trump saying the F word. Does that bother you?
No.
Like at all?
No.
Just no. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's
Nope.
it.
Does it bother you?
No, that's not what I need. I was hoping for you to add. I mean, it's really bad tonight. Like I'm getting just single answers. No and great. I mean, I'm trying to have you say something and like, you know, like you could do a moral equivalency or talk about your mom or talk about how people get turned off by cussing or just make something up. But no works. It's fine. We just have like 4 more videos and then we're done with the show.
Well,
we're going to have to fill it with something because like nothing.
I bookmarked like 8 things.
Right, but just because it's your video doesn't mean that that's all you talk about. You got to talk about my videos too.
Well,
Otherwise, it's going to be a real short show because when your videos come on, I'm like, great. No. And you're going to be like, is that all you got? So is this one of yours?
No.
Okay, let me find one of yours.
But to me,
so I'm going to find one of yours so we can
That
actually,
one right there.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you want to lead us? How about you just this? I just need to fill in some gaps for you because like you're checked out and like you're not here tonight. So tell me.
I'm here.
No and great. No and great. It's like when I ask you, hey, are you okay? And you're like, fine.
But I didn't say fine. Fine's a bad answer.
That's what no and great mean. It's a monosyllabic response. It's usually that means there's something wrong. Now I know there's something wrong, but you're not answering. Usually you're blah, 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 not tonight. So here we go. Introduce your video. Go for it.
So Mr. Harry Sasson, I guess people are saying he needs to leave and be deported because he's
Who's Harry Sasson?
A little twat that's leftist.
Introduce your video and help people understand what we're going to be watching.
Okay. Harry Sasson is some little leftist that thinks he's all cool.
Did you just call him a twat?
Yeah, I did.
Jeez Louise, you're really on fire tonight.
Because he is.
You're doing great.
Anyway, I guess that people are saying he needs to be deported because he's not an American citizen or something like that.
Wait. Is that really what they're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, but he is an American citizen.
He is an American citizen. He was born in Singapore, but his parents are both American citizens, and he spent his entire childhood traveling and living in different places, as you'll find out in this video.
Well, that's like an army brat, right?
Yeah. So, but he is an American citizen because his parents
are
out. American citizens.
All right, time out. This is perfect. What's up? Okay. So tell me about the first thing. Why don't you get on the mic? Because people have to just come crawl behind me. No, just crawl behind. Get behind us. We've got room now. We moved the table. And let's do this real quick. Okay. Sorry folks. It's part of our show. Full spare dirty laundry tonight. Okay, buddy. Go. Can you get your computer? No, because you read it. You should be able to tell me.
I don't think his mic's on.
All right. Names are. Go ahead.
So we have passages, and we're basically doing something on westward expansion and its reasons why people would move west. And
from where?
Mainly the east, and mainly east, north, and south. And people would mainly move west mainly because of gold. They needed land. Maybe find jobs, and if you were from a slave, you would try and get away from the racism. And
from a slave, what? Wait, stop. If you were from a slave, what do you mean from a slave?
No, if you were a slave.
We're a slave, okay.
And you would want to move west because of the racism and stuff like that.
Was slavery based on racism?
Because they were black and they just got out of slave.
But were they slaves because they were black? So what does racism have to do with slavery?
It's like because slavery was abolished.
It was abolished, but did you know that it wasn't just black people who were slaves?
I know it was mainly immigrants and some
Chinese, Irish. There were white people who were also slaves. And did you know that black people owned slaves too?
No.
Okay. So do you think the entire construction of slavery was based on racism, or was it based on dominating and controlling an inferior, in the people's eyes, of people who were controllable, or an inferior group of people in their eyes to do what they wanted them to do through forced labor?
Pretty sure it's the second one.
Pretty sure too. So be careful of your words, because when you say slavery, most assuredly, it's racist to usurp the power over someone else and take their freedom, for sure. But they didn't flee slavery because of racism. They fled slavery because of the segregation in the South and the hatred that slaves had because of the war, and because of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment gave them the freedom to essentially have their freedom to move on and find their American dream, so to speak, where they knew they would not find it in the Southern colonies. So yes, racism was a reality, but it's also that there was a ton of opportunity for white people and not a lot of opportunity for blacks when it came to their trade skills. And unless they owned their land, they weren't going to be able to find work that wouldn't have really elevated them out of indentured servitude from slavery. They still would have been making not enough. They still would have had a slave's lifestyle. And a lot of them wanted to seek their own fortune somewhere else. Okay?
Okay.
So just make sure you're really... It's easy to say they fled because of racism. It is part of it. It's not all of it. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, and that's basically what my project was on. And so yeah, and we have a bunch of passages, and they are different subjects. There's Native Americans.
What about Native Americans?
How they were being basically pushed out of their land and basically being killed because people were moving west and needed land, and were destroying the bison, everything like that. That was
okay. So let's slow down. So Western expansion obviously went into some areas. What was the Native American responses to Western civilization going into their territories? What did they do to the settlers?
They would fight back and basically kill if they could, and that's how the Battle of Bull Run happened, with Chief Joseph and them fighting against the government and stuff, because they were trying to
stuff. People who are uneducated say "and stuff."
Mm-hmm.
You're not uneducated. You know this topic. So how about you change that from "and stuff" and say something else?
And they were fighting against the government because
Which government?
I don't know. It didn't say that.
Sure you do. There's only one government in the United
US
States.
Government.
Thank you. Okay.
And they were fighting against the U.S. government. So because they were being pushed onto reservations, and yeah, they don't want to get kicked off of their land, and they won that battle, but then they had to surrender in Montana.
Where? Who surrendered?
Chief Joseph surrendered to someone, but I think their first name was Mike or something like that. I just don't really remember it off the top of my head.
Okay. So we'll talk about the buffalo.
And how buffalo, because they were a giant source of food, clothing, materials, weapons, and everything that the Native Americans needed, they were being killed off for.
So, let me ask you a couple questions. So, when you envision the Native Americans in the United States at the time, and it doesn't matter where it's the Iroquois or the Blackfoot or the Cherokee or the Apache or the Sioux or the Pawnee or whoever it would be, how do you imagine their lifestyles? Like, how do you envision the way the Native American tribes were during that time? Was it all teepees and chasing white buffalo and smoking peyote, or was there another side to what was taking place?
I know that there was another side.
What was the side?
I don't really know, because we don't really go into detail on that at school. We mainly just go to the other one.
Okay. So would you consider the Native Americans peaceful?
They're kind of like, they're kind of like bees. If you invade their territory, and that's when they will fight back. But if you just leave them alone, they might not fight back. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
not.
So I think it's really important to understand is that there was an entire culture of Native Americans and whites that got along for a very long time, because understand on the eastern seaboard that had Native Americans too. And there was always trade and throughfare that took place between Native Americans and whites, but it wasn't a very imbalanced. And there were groups that wanted to eradicate white people and would push into white territory and do raids, count coup on their enemy and do raids and take their villagers and everything else, and then would sell them into the slave trade as well. So it's not like Native Americans were the most peaceful too. They considered white people to be an invasion and an affront to their land. And the problem is that when we came over here from Europe, what do you think we brought with us besides spices and ale? Diseases, right? And so you're talking about 91% of the Indian nation, the Native American populace inside the United States, was wiped out because of typhoid, yellow fever, and other European-based diseases that we had essentially inoculated ourselves to, with immunity and herd immunity that you've heard from Fauci and everything with COVID. But
I remember learning that in 6th grade,
right,
during the whole entire Revolutionary War, and it was just a giant section about how we came over and then the whole entire war. So yeah.
Yeah. So and that would basically, those diseases not only impacted the elderly and the young, but a lot of the able-bodied fighting age men died. So the Native American tribes were lessened and weren't as strong. And very much like the Japanese and very much like the Germans felt themselves in a prostrate position to the United States and what was going to be a massive growth and expansion of Middle Europeans in the United States was met with resistance. But these tribes fought for millennia against each other. And this goes back to the days of the Spanish and the conquistadors, all the way from the Incans, the Mayas, the Aztecs, and the Olmecas. This goes up into the Inuit and the Eskimos from Alaska. This comes from the South American tribes as well that made the trek across into the United States. But there was constant battles and infighting between these tribes, and they weren't just, hey, just stay out of my territory and you're good to go. That's not, considering that the entire Oregon Trail and the Oklahomas and Nebraska and Montana and the Dakotas, where that entire section of state was Indian country, and if you were there, you were eradicated unless you crossed the right tribe. So
yeah, I remember in history we had the Oregon Trail, like a game actually, and we got to play that, and I was near the end and then I got attacked and the simulation was over.
Right. The Oregon Trail is a great game, but
I love that game.
It really teaches you, to hate rattlesnakes. But right, the diseases were brought by Europeans. So when people say Spanish, that's my point. It's for the Europeans. But let's remember that we also weaponized some of those diseases and some of the trade that we had with these tribes that would wipe out these people. And what it comes down to is there's a lot of blame on all sides, and in the end it was the conquering of this country, which is why we're here learning about this history. And if we wouldn't have conquered the Native Americans, and I'm not saying that it was ethical, I'm not saying it was a fair fight, but in the end, every single continent, every single country on this earth has been conquered by another power throughout history. There's not one that's unmolested. Every single piece of land has been contested and conquered in the world today, and whether it be an island or whether it be a Europe. So it's really important to understand the Native Americans weren't just these peace-loving people who were just sitting there and making jerky and amazing corn. They were violent with each other. They attacked weaker tribes. They attacked peaceful tribes who believe what you did, which is more of a nationalist standpoint within their tribe, the tribal mentality that everything inside of our lines is us, and anything that comes in is we need to defend against, versus tribes that were specifically designed to rape and kill and take younger children and raise them in the opposite tribes or kill them to make examples for the other tribes. So there was a lot of violence to go around. It's just the way you have to look at it, is somebody with a machine gun and someone with a bow and arrow. And in that time, a black powder rifle, a revolver, any of the weapon systems that the Native Americans had were predominantly black powder style rifles, if at all, and bow and arrow. And you're talking about repeaters. You're talking about the pickle gun. You're talking about, cartridge based Colt wheel guns that you see above me. Even the sabers were far superior to what they were using, which was flint knapping and creating arrowheads and those weaponries. And even their knives weren't even made of quality Spanish steel. They were, made from glass and rock and onyx and things to that effect. So it's like war sucks. And it's never a good thing. But just because your military is more advanced than the next guy doesn't mean that you back then didn't expand and conquer. And that was the way of things. So I just want to make sure you understand I'm hearing a lot of things that from your teaching they're leaving out. And I want to give you the right picture. Okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, what they're saying is true, but they're leaving out a very large portion of it. It sounds like white people are bad. And, Native Americans were just victims in all of this. And there was definitely a victimhood mentality, but it wasn't just white people who were causing that. There were Native American tribes who were also ruthless to other tribes. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we did go into some detail about how some Native Americans, how tribes would attack settlers and
the Crow
and stuff like that.
Yep.
But it wasn't going into detail about what we did to them. It was more like a 10-minute talk due to I
understand.
And then it was like a whole entire class talking about.
Yeah, but I want to give you that vision. So when you talk about this, you can speak on it and say, well, I have a question, right? I want to ask you about just would some of the violence and some of the excessive nature of our battles were simply because of technology, were simply because of modern weaponry and innovation was far superior to what the Native Americans had, and this created brutal numbers of death from 20-to-1 ratios in some cases. I mean, those things are important to understand. Is it's hard to kill someone civilly, you know what I mean? And it's really hard when you've got weaponry that is just, there really hadn't been a modern cavalry and cavalry is mounted horses
with swords and
yeah, and you saw that with Alexander the Great. You saw it with William Wallace, but these were different things. But the cavalry of the Native American was far less effective than the cavalry of the Union soldiers. Their sabers were extremely long, and they learned this from the Persians, and the American soldiers understood in these recurved sabers, the saber you see right here, you see how there's a long curve in it? Mm-hmm. And they learned that because it gives it extra length. And it was an incredibly deadly weapon on horseback. These are things that the Native Americans didn't have. But in a situation where they realized that they would throw mass numbers, you would start seeing, mounted machine guns being used and Gatling type crank weapons against the Native Americans. And I don't care what your cavalry is. I don't care how fast their horses are. I don't care how well armed they are. They're not going to be able to survive that. So a lot of it was innovation. Go ahead, finish the rest of it so we can move on.
Yeah, and so they wanted to move gold with the Klondike River, and how it was supposedly it did have gold in the river, but it supposedly washed gold and had little other creeks next to it, and how those had goals and it had gold, mm-hmm. and it was a bunch of gold, but it was pretty rare to find it in the river. You had to dig and stuff,
and blast.
Not just you see it and there's this gold flowing down the river. So
right, and a lot of that surface gold that was higher and further up and more west and north than what they found. So so they went in there and they panned for gold. After panning and the surface level dirt was mined through and filtered through, they started blasting and they started using water cannons and things like that. What else?
Yeah, and it was mainly just about the river, and it was like a map from like a guidebook from like when that whole thing was going on.
Sure.
I
Don't say whole
completely
thing.
forgot
Don't say the whole thing going on.
Yeah, I forgot
You
the
need to
date.
go and read it again until you understand it. Okay, so what else?
And going along with that, there was a picture of a museum, and there was
Take your time. Don't look for it.
Mhm.
Don't look for it. Slow down and try to connect the dots on what you're trying to say. Don't look for it in your brain. You're not going to be able to find it. There's too much in there. There was a museum.
Yep, there was a museum, and there was a guy, and it was a museum.
Go ahead.
And there was a museum about him, and he mainly did trading, and settlers who came by his house or his trading outpost, he would give like forward visions about like their path, and there's a museum about him, and it's
When you say forward visions, what do you mean?
it's like kind of like how I forgot what they're called, but they have like a crystal ball, and they're like, in some odd days you would be like this.
So,
It's
like a
basically
fortune teller.
kind of like that, and he would give.
But was the word a soothsayer? Is
No, it was something with like something that has to do with like forward, like kind of like that, and then it has a vision in it. It was like
Okay.
something like
Okay,
that.
go ahead.
And then we learned about railroads, about how they started spreading around 1880.
That's right.
And how they.
What year was it with the buffalo? When you saw the massive buffalo herds being taken down and the traders and the pelt traders came in, do you remember what year that was?
It was around like 1877, something like that. It was
Earlier.
I know it was around then because it was like the railroads, because they would get ran over and that could like destroy the trains.
Remember
and
the
the tracks.
photograph with the stacked skulls?
Yeah.
Do you remember when that was from?
No.
1804. So you're talking 70 some odd, 64 some odd years is what it took to wipe out the buffalo.
That's how much there was.
That's not the proper way to say that. Say it again.
That's how many there were.
You speak English. Take it seriously. Okay?
Mhm.
Talk like a poet.
That's how many buffalo were in the fields and were just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warrior second, poet first. Okay? You've seen Braveheart? You remember it?
Not really.
We're going to watch it this weekend. We're going to learn about warrior poets.
Okay.
Okay. So what else do I need to know about your reading?
Oh, and then farmers. There was picture.
What?
Farmers.
Far.
Mers.
Not mus. Mer.
Mo.
Mer. Go say
Okay.
Farmers.
Farmers.
Okay. Go ahead.
And it was about them. And there was a picture of a guy. It didn't say the name. It was just a picture of a machine, and he was a wheat farmer, and it was to help harvest the.
What was the machine called?
Not the steel plow. That's manual.
Right. What did the steel plow require? What type of beast?
A bison or a buffalo, and it would require them, and I think it was a bison.
An oxen?
Oxen. Oh yeah, oxen. It was.
They very well could have tried to use buffalo. Buffaloes are inherently not tameable. Now there is that show Guy on a Buffalo, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Or Ralphie, but you know.
Yeah, but they very well could have used buffalo. I just don't know if that would be the case. But go ahead.
Yeah, and it was
bulls would be used in the southern areas, and oxen were used a little further north.
Yeah, I
and east.
Do not really remember the name. I'm gonna go back and get all the details.
All right,
dates,
so it took up the wheat, and it was a machine.
And it was a machine, and it was kind of like a tractor or like a lawnmower, basically.
Combine? Does that sound familiar? Is that what they called it back then, or they have another name for it?
They had another name. It was a little bit longer.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, so it would kind of like, it was basically a lawnmower, like one of those lawnmowers that you can kind of like drive a little bit. It was motored, and it kind of would go at pretty slow, but it would like harvest all of the wheat, and like kind of like something. It's like a tractor basically, but way more clanky and old.
What did it run on? What type of power?
It didn't really say anything. It just said.
What type of power do you think it would run on?
Wouldn't it be gunpowder? That's mainly.
No, it would not be gunpowder.
Yeah.
So what type of power do they have then? Take your time. Think of things that moved under their own power that didn't require horses. What would they be?
Like motors and
right. What do motors run on?
Oil, gasoline.
Okay.
What else? Coal might be one.
Okay. Good. Coal. That's good. What about steam?
Steam.
Yep. Steam pressure. You boil it, take the pressure, put it through smaller hoses.
That's how steamboats worked.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. But steam engines, locomotives did the same thing. They used wood, but then they would later use coal. And they would boil the water and then put it through smaller valves, and that would create a high amount of pressure. And they would move the piston, and then the piston would go ahead and make the entire machine work. So steam machine was pretty prolific back then. The problem is they were very, very large, very cumbersome, and they also broke down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Did a mechanical thresher sound like that would be what they said it was in 1800?
It sounds something like that. I have like the image in my mind, something like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, definitely.
What's next?
And then the photo next to that was a family who moved to Nebraska.
Okay.
During the Exodus Act, and the description was that they built a
Exodus.
Exodus.
Spell it.
EXODUSTERS.
Okay, go ahead.
And it was basically a family and about 5 people, I think 3 kids and something like that. And they had built a sod house, which, if people don't know, it was a house basically made out of dirt. And if you could find wood to support it, maybe.
Dirt and hay.
Yeah.
Hay too, not just dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then they.
Why did you put the hay in it?
First off, warmth, because dirt is not gonna really help with warmth.
Good. What else?
Couldn't it also keep bigger bugs out and animals and like rodents from digging?
But hay was also good from keeping the earth solidified and keeping it together. So it would create structure and stability. Because if you put soil in that's wet and then let it dry, what happens when it gets wet again?
It would like kind of come together and
right. So you would take the dirt and you would take the clay, and then you would mix it with straw and small rock, and it would create a fairly water resistant type of housing and outside of the house. And then you would make thatch roofs on the top, and those would be layered reeds or wood that ultimately would put a piece here and then a piece here, so the water runs down and can't seep into the holes, and you stagger them. You understand?
Yeah, it's kind of like Lincoln logs a little bit.
Kind of, but the roof itself would be made out of usually reeds or thatch or planks that they would have of shavings from trees, and they would just make sure that the outside would need patching. And that's what they would do. Is sometimes the rains would come down extremely heavy, and certain portions of a window would fall out of the and you would take the clay and the straw, and you would, after the rains, you would patch it again to seal any holes. And this was a constant process of repair. But okay, what else?
Yeah, and then they also had a windmill, and it would spin in the wind and like pump water.
Yep.
And it would basically, I think it was connected to a well,
It
would bring water up, and so you basically would have fresh water, because when it spins, it has like a drill or something like that, and it basically finds water out of the dirt, and you can scoop it up with a bucket, boil it, and then you'll have fresh water.
Yeah, so it taps into a water table or well, and then allows you to pump that water up to a level where you can do that and then purify the water in the way that's needed. A lot of them didn't purify water. They would let the sediment and then drink off the top, peel it off with ladles, and then boil it, et cetera, like you said. Okay, what else?
And then just one last thing, and then they were called dry farmers.
Yep.
It was a place very hot, not a lot of water, and wheat was a good source of
Why
dry farming.
Why does wheat not require a lot of water?
I don't know, actually.
Does it use photosynthesis? You know what photosynthesis is?
Yes, it's where sun and all. Yes.
Does wheat use photosynthesis to obtain its water?
I don't think so, no.
It actually does, but it also has a spot where it can be dormant and use its root systems. So it can feed itself multiple ways. So during hotter climates, it gets into a brownish phase and it does no longer saps energy from its leaf system. And the roots below can go ahead and tap the water from the ground because they run very, very deep. So this is why they also create their own shade. And when they're put together, they get very, very high, creating a lot of cool ground. So the water that is trapped in those bushels of leaves and drips down and permeates the soil and allows them to go ahead and continue to feed even in hotter climates. So it's a very malleable type of plant. And dry farming is an example of that. What else?
And then there's one last thing, and it was settlers, and it had basically people, settlers.
Yes, good.
And there was one photo of a poster that had like Indian land. It was like Indian land of modern day Oklahoma.
Okay.
And it's basically saying, oh, there's land out here, just take it and stuff like that. No, not stuff like that, just.
I just want you to I don't want you to use fillers when you're describing something. Try to get yourself to the point of being descriptive. And sometimes less is more. So if you have words that you're trying to stuff in there and saying like that and maybe it's time to slow down and rephrase what you're trying to say. Okay?
Yeah, I've been trying to.
You're doing fine. You're doing very well. Is there anything else?
And yeah. Then there was
Yes.
there was another photo, and it was kind of looked like a cowboy, and it was basically people teaching settlers to rope cattle for either food or if you had a farm for that and milk. Not for that. For milk, if it's cattle and cows and
cows.
And
so they were
food.
Modern day ranchers, cowboys.
Yes.
Okay. Is that where cowboys started?
I don't really know anything about cowboys.
Should look that up.
Yeah.
Something extra you should look up. Find out the etymology of and the history of cowboys and where they first started. And there's different cowboys. There's cowboys that would use roping and games and rodeo type stuff, but using cattle ranchers were a very, very, very large portion of the success of the Blazing the Trails. And a lot of these families that wanted to go into Montana and the Dakotas would actually go with cattle ranchers simply because of the higher guns they would need to protect the cattle. Because Native Americans would come in, and also there were gangs of groups of criminals that would come in and try to steal the cattle, because cattle was a very, very expensive proposition. I mean, they were paying, 25, 75 cents a head in some cases, and that was an incredible amount of money back then. I mean, you hear that now and you laugh, but back then that was hundreds of dollars.
What year?
1780 to 1880, 100-year push. But 75 cents a head, or 75 cents or whatever it would be, whatever they would give them, a nickel a pound or whatever it would be, these cattle would be incredible, especially in Kansas City where the trains were and everything else. And they said the beef was huge. What else we got? What do you got, Liv?
1800, $1 is equivalent to $25.71.
Yeah, so you do that ahead. And you bring in 10,000 cattle. Do the math. That's a lot of money back then. So some of the big places like Kansas City would do $1.75 to $5 to $10, depending on how much they wanted beef. But it was a good living. It's not anymore, but it was back then. Okay. Anything else, buddy?
Nope.
Okay. So let me explain something to you. You just took 30 minutes to do that, and you should not be getting an F. You have the brains. You're just lazy. Go answer the questions on the assignment and get the assignment done. Then go shower and get to bed.
Yes, sir.
I want to check the assignment before you go to bed, please.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Sorry about that, folks. Sometimes home life interferes. And it is what it is. We would love to be uninterrupted, but we've got kids and we got to take care of them. Hey, take your time, fulfill the sentences. I don't want to hear 2-word sentences. You understand? Be a poet. Okay? All right. So,
He's got
folks,
2 weeks left until the end of the quarter. So
he's going to have a lot to do. He's going to have to
turn it
go.
around.
Here we go. Harry Sasson. Folks,
we had a couple come in during that whole thing.
can you just change the goal to 300? We'll call it good. And then any one of those people, we'll just enter them in a contest and I'll get them a gift certificate. I don't want to appeal. I just want to hit our goal. And I just want to hit our goal.
Let me put this one in and then I'll start the
Okay.
goal that way.
And all of those people who donate tonight, we'll get them into a contest or something. I want to get off and help him out. Here is the video we were talking about with Harry Sasson. Sorry for the delay, folks. I apologize. Life called.
So I was scrolling on Twitter last night, and you can imagine my surprise when I stumbled across this. Deport Harry Sisson, me, was trending #1 in politics, and I had no idea where this came from. I had no idea why MAGA was focusing on this right now. And then I decided to check again today when I woke up, and it was number 10 on trending across the entire platform, 29,000 posts. And I read some of them, and it's because MAGA believes that I'm not an American citizen. So I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you about my life because I haven't done that in a while. So this is for Wikipedia, who has it wrong on their website right now. And this is for the amazing viewers at home who may not know much about me. So, fun fact, I was born in Singapore. Yes, Singapore. The only reason I was born there is because my American parents were working there. And so by birth, I was an American citizen. And if the MAGA fans don't believe me, just read the law, read the Constitution. I don't care. Go over into your corner and scream about it. And I lived in Singapore for less than a year, around 8 months. And then I moved to Dubai, where I lived for 5 years. And keep in mind, I don't remember any of this, maybe a few things from Dubai, but other than that, I was a little kid, so obviously. And also important to point out, I was going to the United States every summer after the school year to visit family and friends because whether MAGA likes it or not, America's my home. So you can cry about that too. And then from age 6 to age 14, I lived in Dublin, Ireland. And let me tell you, I am so thankful for that experience. It really changed the way that I view the world. Seeing how different countries, different people, different cultures operate from the United States really is eye-opening. And I'd say it's informed a lot of my political beliefs today to make sure that not only are we making the United States a better place, but the world a better place. And I think that should be really everybody's goal. And that came from my time living in Europe. So if you get the opportunity to go to Ireland or anywhere in Europe, I'd recommend it. I'll give you some spots you can go to. And then from age 14 to now, I've lived in the United States. I went to high school in America, college in America, and I've worked in politics since I was 15. I started on a local level with my state senator, councilwoman. Shout out to them. They are amazing. And now I'm in national politics doing this. So it's a different life story than most, but it's also something I think a lot of people will appreciate. And also MAGA, if you want me deported, you also got to go after the MAGA Republicans in your party who weren't born here. Ted Cruz was born in Canada. Remember that one? Traveling is great. Don't let MAGA tell you otherwise. And now, since they're so scared of me that they want me deported.
Yeah, nobody's scared of you, kid. They just think you're a putz. I don't care. I don't understand where illegal immigrant, this renaming of people who are illegal in this country, illegal aliens, why we changed this. But that was very easy to understand. You're an illegal alien. That's it. And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about immigrants. I don't know why they keep saying this. And if people are saying deport Harry Sisson, who cares? They do it because he's a yutz. They do it because he makes 5-minute videos explaining it. Right. They get under his skin.
Well, to be honest, when I was watching that, my first thought was, holy shit, his balls finally dropped.
Yeah. Well, he
sounds like he's a man now. He sounded like a little boy before. So that was my first thought on that whole thing.
Yeah. So 2 quick hit videos to follow this up. If you're Jonathan Witten, $30. Educate. Love you guys. Thank you. Yeah, and that's the truth. Harry Sisson is a paid shill for the DNC. We all know this. Mm-hmm. He was one of the 64 on the blue check marks who went with Joe Biden. We know this. Liv, did you change the goal?
Not yet. I was going to put in all the donations and then change.
Well, if we're going to get close to it, then I just don't want people to feel obligated. I just want to have a good show. I see a really good weekend, good karma. Ethan is going to. Well, we're going to get close, so just leave it on. Ethan, he has had a speech therapist for several years. 103.48. All right, folks, we're getting close now. Just leave it. We'll see how close we get. Either way, we're going to enter everyone in the contest. That's close enough. But doesn't mean we want you to stop donations. Please keep them going. But he's in a speech therapist. I sat down with him for 10 minutes. And I got him to speak the most clear and eloquent I have ever heard him speak. Liv?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he's been going to a therapist for 6 years. They don't do anything for him. I know the way his brain works, and I've been holding back to get to a spot where I need to get involved, and I'm involved now, and I'm going to help him. And we have a good relationship. I love my son. He loves me. He's scared to death of me though, because we've had to lay the law down during a time when his sister was really acting up and he was doing stupid things, and he gets a little afraid of dad. And I'm trying to show
that's the way it should be.
I know, but I'm showing him a better side, and I talk to him, and he'll get it up. And if he doesn't, he's going to face that consequence.
Yeah, he has speech therapy starting kindergarten through 5th grade.
Yeah. He's just. I don't care if Harry Sasson is from Cambodia. I don't give a crap. If you are an American citizen, you're an American citizen. I just don't care about any of that. I care about illegal immigration. That's what bothers me, and that's the only thing I care about. If you're illegal in this country, get out.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yep.
End of story. If you're still walking around with a MAGA hat, I fully intend to bully you. I think you mean intend. The English language is mastered by just a select few. Here is this 24-second. Is this one of yours, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what struck you about this video here?
It's just the whole fact of what she said, that if you're wearing a MAGA hat, I intend to bully you. I'm going to bully you. And it's the whole how the left is, the right's violent, the right are Nazis, the right are this, but yet we are not spewing hatred towards them, and we are not spewing violence.
And we're not shooting anybody, I'm pretty sure.
We have not once come out and said, if you're wearing a Joe Biden shirt or a Kamala shirt,
nobody wears those. Nobody wears those. Nobody wears their shit. Isn't that hilarious? It's like nobody wants to be seen.
Or if you've got pink hair, I'm going to bully you.
Right. Does Ethan have an issue with remembering things in school? No, Ethan's lazy.
Yes.
And Ethan gets away with things because a lot of our time is spent here on the show and not with our kids. That's not a guilt trip. But we're evening workers and they go to school in the day. So we don't get to check them as much as we want. There was too much trust. Hayden, her grades are perfect.
And when she has a bad grade, like right now, she's got a D in geometry, but the reason why is she had multiple field trips last week and she missed a major test one of the days, and it's already being made up. So,
and that's E. He just needs some discipline, and he needs me to watch him a little closer. And I kind of handed it off to Mom because Mom had a couple days a week off the show, and I need to get involved. That's it. It's not a big deal. He'll get it up because I'm going to make him get it up, and I'm going to spend that time with him and give him his confidence that school is actually fun to learn. And obviously, when he applies himself, he's got it. Here's the video of this lady. Ugh.
She's a lovely young woman.
With a MAGA hat, yeah, I fully intend on bullying you, and I don't feel. But I do have to give Tim Waltz credit for.
Oh, come on. Is this really that important? We get it.
No.
Okay, leftists are bullying people. Mm-hmm. What's new? This is in. Where is this? Liv?
It's
come on, Liv. What state is this?
Oregon.
That's
one of the King's Day.
Here it is. It looks like Boogie Nights.
It's better than setting stuff on fire.
No, I don't care about any of this.
No.
I don't care about Harry Sasson. Like, showing me these, it's fine. This one's interesting.
Yes.
But I don't care. Good for them. Protest. Have a blast. No King's Day? Great. It's literally funded by socialists and communists. I don't care. They have a right to protest. You burn shit down, you hurt cops, you hurt anybody, you do anything stupid, you're going to pay for it. Otherwise, have at it.
Have fun.
This is
do what you want on your weekend.
It's the American way. 6'7", Lois.
7.
All right, here is. It makes me feel better that he took it seriously and
yes.
he actually did his reading. That's what I needed to see. God allowed Satan to kill Charlie Kirk, so Charlie couldn't think for himself.
Yeah,
Is this guy out of his mind?
He's a pastor.
No, he's an idiot who
Yeah.
uses the word of God to.
Exactly.
He looks like Eric Estrada after about 40 donuts. Lois Bentley 6744 at 423. We will officially draw something from the store and give somebody that money to the store to spend. Let's watch this jackhole. This guy literally looks like he's off chips and ate too many chips. It looks like Eric Estrada.
He does look a little.
Do 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 do
Still love that
do
show.
do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I don't remember the theme song.
Livia.
I used to love that show.
How do you not know the Chips theme song? I need to pull it up now because I can't believe I just sang it for you. You don't remember it?
Mm-mm. I had a crush on Eric Estrada
Why was it
when
called?
I was a kid.
Why was it called Chips? Do you know?
It's California Highway Patrol.
There you go.
I know that. We're gonna get copyright.
I don't care. Yeah, baby. Waka waka.
Oh, that's right. Yep, that's right.
Look at that funky bass line.
I love how they're in total sync.
Oh yeah.
Driving down the highway.
Love it.
Now I remember it. Thank you.
MacGyver's better.
Yes.
MacGyver was so much better. In fact,
No.
like we're listening to it. What you don't get to decide what I'm listening to. I'm listening to MacGyver. If I've got to start doing my own laundry because all of a sudden you don't want to do laundry anymore. I'm gonna listen to the MacGyver theme song. Here it is. We're already gonna get it.
Diagnosed with Crohn's disease and struggling with your symptoms? It's not too soon to talk to your doctor about Entyvio.
Disgusting. This song is. We're not playing video. All right, we'll play video. Good, nothing better.
I had a crush on Richard Dean Anderson
It's
too.
Who did it? Did I tell you he's the one who got me into hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah, Richard Dean Anderson got me. Richard Dean Anderson got me into hockey. Yeah. Airwolf. Oh, see, come on. You kidding me? You're reading my mind. Because I was thinking Airwolf.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider's weak. It was good. I mean, it was good. But
A-Team.
Airwolf song was the shit. I mean, that was my second favorite. Hands down. It's on Spotify. It is not 4 minutes. Oh, come on.
It looks like he WR posted the picture on X with him in the coat.
Okay, I'll do it in a second. I'm busy now. Airwolf theme song. It's not 3 minutes and 48 seconds. What are they talking about? There's no
Lumen
way.
came to us and with the clear need that we have to connect Gen AI customers. We basically need to put more.
Here we go. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Now you're cooking with gas. It was all the same writer. Dude, this show is so kick-ass. Can't see anything. Oh, no, we're going to do that.
I bookmarked it.
Okay, I already saw it. I already
Okay.
had it bookmarked. All right.
Got it.
So, where's the picture?
I don't know. He says on X.
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know. Can you send it to us?
All right, let's watch Eric Estrada here, and then we'll do it. Okay, here we go.
No, Israel did not kill Charlie Kirk. Satan did. And God allowed it for reasons that we may never know. But here's what I do know. When I tell you something, there is something I have had my finger on the pulse of this nation for 5 years. I told you what the problem was. They were turning him in. They were Tucker and him were like this. They were turning Charlie against God's chosen people. And God said, no, not today. No. No, you're too pure and you have too much influence. So I'm going to bring you before Satan can use you. I'm going to let your testimony for the rest of your life be all the positive things you have said about Israel that's on record. See, now there are no videos of him except one where he started questioning Israel. Everything else is all positive Israel. And isn't that funny? That's all that's left in the collective archive.
Okay. Now, this very much sounds like the book of Job to me.
I was just thinking that.
Very much sounds like the book of Job. But first of all, you saw this video, so you tell me what you think, and then I'll tell you what I think.
I'm amazed Candace is not having him as a guest on her show, because it's another notch in her theories of who killed Charlie Kirk. I think he's nuts, is my opinion. I think he's absolutely nuts. Just no. Yeah, Satan may have killed Charlie Kirk, or the person who pulled the gun, Satan influenced him. Whatever. But no, I don't think God told Satan to kill Charlie Kirk. No, I do not think that happened. But
this is the one we're gonna bring. We'll bring this to Pastor Gill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Pastor Gill would say, but I think it would be something very similar to this. If God wanted us to know why and if he had anything to do with Charlie Kirk, he would let us know. And if you're going to start saying that you understand God's ways, in my opinion, that is antithetical to what God teaches us in the Bible. And this is going to be a great segue into Bill Maher's topic. So now I'm back into it. But I think it's very arrogant to pretend that you understand why God would do something and why he wouldn't. And if you blame God for, bless you, for killing Charlie Kirk, which is ultimately what you're saying, is that God could have stopped Satan from doing it, but chose not to.
Why? Because he was too pure and innocent?
Listen, I'm not trying to mock his, I'm trying to show him the utmost respect in his line of thought process. And I think I understand what he's trying to say. But there's a whole lot of ifs in there, and there's a whole lot of you don't knows in there to be able to say that you speak for God. Because at some point, that's what you're saying. And that's exactly what you're saying. You understand what God's will is. And I don't think there's anyone on this planet who understands what God's will is. Because if we understood what God's will truly was, then we would be with God. And he wouldn't have had to die for our sins, right? I mean, isn't that what this is about?
Yeah.
Is that if we could understand, we would be perfect. And although in the eyes of God, he sees us as perfect, but that is because the sacrifice of Jesus, and through Jesus's lens, that we are perfect, but not from a sense that we have some form of understanding of who God is and what his will is, and understand his design. I think that's very presumptuous and very arrogant. And I just, did I not say bless you to you?
You did say bless you.
Okay.
I think everyone else is saying it too.
I'm just making sure I said
no,
it.
that's a lot of people
sometimes
say it too.
I'm inconsiderate that way, and I never would not say it in person, but sometimes with the show I get off on a tangent. So listen, calling this guy a nut, I don't think it's anything crazier than everything else is said. At least he's not saying the Jews did it. I think when people don't have, and especially for a pastor, it kind of scares me on the validity. Oh, that's what I bet this would be a good topic, because if Pastor Gill is here, is that a pastor should not prophesize and try to emulate the Lord. And one thing I love about Pastor Gill is he says, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have all the answers. I just don't know. I don't have all the answers. And this guy is saying, well, I've got the answers, and here's what they are. To me, that's more Jim Baker and Tammy Faye than anything. I
don't trust anyone that says they have a line to God, or they know what God's will is, or that God speaks to them. I don't trust them.
See, and it kind of goes against the free will thing, right? Because if God wanted to be able to just do whatever, then why not just have every single person love him unequivocally? And that's where the book of Job goes into that, is that free will was given to us. And although we can be influenced and things can be placed upon us, it is your choice to repudiate God, and yours alone. The devil can't do that to you, and God can't do that. God can't make you love him, and the devil can't make you hate him. You can have influence placed upon you. You can have your world and you know, your mortal coil be turned upside down and have the worst possible things happen to you and influence. And you can have voices in your head placed, and you can lose your riches and lose your home and your loved ones. But it's ultimately your choice to repudiate God or hate him based upon the influence of Satan. So when this guy is like, Satan had him killed, no. Because Satan doesn't have that power either. Because isn't that what God said to Job? His most faithful servant, is that you can do all upon him except kill him?
Except kill him. Yep.
That's my thought. But I don't know. I'm still learning, guys. And I missed last Sunday so I could be home with my son for football, because I felt that he needed to have that influence, to have his dad with him. Bill Maher. This really pisses me off. Christians, just, this bothers me. And I want to get your opinion first. Listen.
Okay. Sweden opened its borders to over 1.5 million immigrants since 2010. And now 20% of its citizens are foreign-born, and its education system is tanking, and it has Europe's highest rate of gangland killings. And one result is that the far-right parties are in the government now there for the first time. To which liberals say blaming immigrants for the rising crime rate is racist. Yeah, but is it true? Of course it's true. It's not a coincidence the quality of life went down after the Somali gangs started a drug turf war using hand grenades. Calling it racist doesn't solve the problem. It hands future elections to someone who will solve the problem. Sweden opened its borders to over 1.5 million immigrants since 2010, and now 20% of its citizens are foreign-born, and its education system is tanking, and it has Europe's highest rate of gangland killings. And one result is that the far-right parties are in the government now there for the first time. To which liberals say blaming immigrants for the rising crime rate is racist. Yeah, but is it true? Of course it's true. It's not a coincidence the quality of life went down after the Somali gangs started a drug turf war using hand grenades. Calling it racist doesn't solve the problem. It hands future elections to someone who will solve the problem. Sweden opened its borders to over 1.5 million immigrants since 2010, and now 20% of its citizens are foreign-born, and its education system is tanking, and it has Europe's highest rate of gangland killings. And one result is that the far-right parties are in the government now there for the first time. To which liberals say blaming immigrants for the rising crime rate is racist.
I just want you to listen to this part again.
Yeah, but is it true? Of course it's true. It's not a coincidence the quality of life went down after the Somali.
All right, so the whole question is, is it racist to state the truth?
No.
Is it racist to say that crime increases because of illegal immigration, because of the influence of drugs, because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G?
According to liberals, it is, but no, in my opinion, it is not. If it's true, then it's not racist to say it. I don't understand why we have to be chastised for saying something that's true in our face with facts, but yet we get chastised for saying it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but it's absolutely 100% true. And not all immigrants are violent, because the immigrants who want to be here go through it the way they are supposed to and do it the legal way. We're talking about the people who jump the border and are criminals to begin with. But here's the thing. Anybody who's jumped the border and comes into this country illegally is already a criminal. So we're not rounding up innocent people. We're not deporting innocent people. They are guilty of a crime,
right,
which means they are a criminal. And we're
at
getting
least from
rid
a
of,
misdemeanor standpoint.
Yeah.
And maybe first time, but second time is a felony. But first time's a misdemeanor to jump the border. Just FYI, I'm just letting you know.
Mm-hmm.
But still a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crime.
It is.
Now people are like, well, jaywalking is a crime. Yeah, but jaywalking and jumping the border are two different things. You are purposely trying to circumvent U.S. Customs and Border Patrol to break into the United States. And honestly, I think you should stop making it a misdemeanor and turn it into a felony.
Yes.
I think you remove the misdemeanor. Like, that's an executive order that I'd really love to see. Folks, we are at 4/23/67. We're so close. With Ethan's 6-7 day, it's a meme that goes around with the kids, and he's like, we're going to do 6-7, and do, if we hit 670 night, we're giving away $100 on the store. You get yourself a jacket, get yourself a Sherpa blanket, get yourself a couple things of coffee, whatever you want. We'll take care of it for you. We're going to draw everybody's name like we did, and we're just doing that to help out tonight and try to have Ethan hit this. So if you're interested, any donation gets you in. We're about $170 away from hitting it. No, a lot more than that. 240. 240 away. We're still going to do it. So if we want to do a little more, that's great. The interesting thing is Bill Maher. Now, I'm going to take you down this road. And so now you heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to hear Bill Maher, who is, he's not so much an atheist as he is agnostic, he's an atheist. He doesn't believe in God, but there's a change happening in Bill Maher, and I want you to hear it here, because this is the man that said that the Bible was garbage many times, and said that God is like the Easter Bunny, and he's a sinner, and he is an absolute sinner. But I want you just to listen to these clips, and this one is really important, because this is a story we're going to be taking care of on Monday and talking about, is the genocide in Nigeria. Listen to this.
If you don't know what's going on in Nigeria, your media sources suck. You are in a bubble. And again, I'm not a Christian, but they are systematically killing the Christians in Nigeria. They've killed over 100,000 since 2009. They've burned 18,000 churches. This is so much more. These are their Islamists, Boko Haram. This is so much more of a genocide attempt than what is going on in Gaza. They are literally attempting to wipe out the Christian population of an entire country. Where are the kids protesting this?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Because no one will talk about it, so thank you.
Absolutely.
It's Africa. That's why no one's talking about it, and they should be. You can't read about it in mainstream media. It's sad, so thank you for bringing it up.
Well, because the Jews aren't involved. That's
right.
why.
That is right.
It's the
Amen.
Christians and the Muslims. Who cares?
Amen.
If you don't know what's going on in...
See, okay, so now you've got that. See, because I think one of the greatest things that Bill Maher could do... Listen, you guys are going to hate me when I say this, and I'm going to say this. I think nobody will influence the young generation like Charlie Kirk did. But if you want this whole everything's the Jews' fault to go away, you need the older generation to put their foot down. And I think Bill Maher would be an incredible, powerful advocate to be a proponent for religion, and I think it's coming. I think Bill Maher is going to get to a spot where he doesn't necessarily is an atheist. I think he's going to be agnostic. He's going to choose not to follow. Very much where I was a couple years ago. Respects the religions, starts, encouraging and protecting people who are being castigated out, but not necessarily follow. And hopefully one of these days that God will use him in the way that he needs to be used, and he will find a way to believe and have that love for God. But I think Bill Maher is a fantastic person to bring a very outside looking in perspective to why religion is important. And I'll tell you, because he started quoting scripture on his show for the first time ever the other night.
Wow, that's impressive. I don't think a lot of people know this, but he is half Jewish.
He is half Jewish.
He was raised Catholic.
Yep.
His father was Catholic.
It's true.
And his mother was Jewish. And they never did any of the Jewish holidays growing up. They did everything Catholic, but his mother still practiced.
Correct.
So he is half Jewish.
That's correct.
Jonathan Whiten wanted to know if he could call in.
Not right now. We're trying to get caught up, so we'll do it in a minute. And it's not that you can't call in, but
David Wagner just got my Sherpa blanket and realized now I should have bought 2 of them. Quality merchandise. Thank you so much, David.
Dude. Do we not sell good stuff, Davey? And that's just the apple in me, man. You know what I mean? That's just.
We need to get one. I don't think we got one.
We need to.
We need to. The kids have stolen all my blankets. I need a new blanket this winter.
So if you guys aren't amazed, like this to me, this brought tears to my eyes, because I have not prayed for Bill Maher, and I need to, because I really care about Bill Maher. I would love to meet Bill Maher. I would love to talk to Bill Maher. Bill Maher is somebody who I admire a lot. And I know you're like, Matt, how can you say that? Because I respect his intelligence and I respect his opinion. And although I disagree with him, he is nothing compared to the left of today. And he's one of the only true, honest, and sincere debaters out there who actually will listen to your opinion if you provide it in a way that isn't stupid.
And he doesn't care. He just says what he feels is correct, and he doesn't care about the BS.
Dave, thank you for your donation, by the way, too, and your order for the blanket. Did he order another one?
I don't know.
You know what? Just see if you win. We'll see if you win. The Sherpa blanket is awesome.
He just got it and said he should have ordered it.
It's awesome. We get to test everything out and then send it, but it's amazing. Here is a really powerful video by Bill Maher, and I want to tell you what the left is saying. They're saying Bill Maher is an atheist. He doesn't believe in God. How dare you quote the Bible? And Christians are saying it too. And I am saying to them, you have no right to deny somebody's journey towards God. No matter how off path it may be, no matter how strange it may be, no matter how he gets there, if he's picking up a Bible and quoting scripture, then he's calling on all Christians as a non-Christian to be more Christian. That is powerful. And I support him in it. I really do. Here it is.
Israel is the Jews' homeland, and Jews have always lived there. You can look it up. It's in this book called the Bible. It says the Jews built a temple with a really big wall 7 centuries before Muhammad or Islam ever existed, and sure as shit, you can still go there and touch it. Calling Jews colonizers in Israel is like calling Native Americans colonizers here. It's ridiculous. To mark the October 7th anniversary, we must launch a campaign to educate young Americans about the Middle East. And the way I'd like to begin that process is by addressing an open letter to Chapel Roan, a great new recording artist who, like a Hezbollah pager, is really blowing up. Chapel, if you think it was repressive growing up queer in the Midwest, try the Mideast. Chapel, did you know that for 2,000 years, Palestine was like an Uber driver with a 3-star rating? Nobody wanted it. And there was never any Arab country called Palestine. Chapel, you're not wrong that oppression is bad, or that Palestinian and many other Muslim populations are oppressed and deserve to be freed. You just have it completely ass backwards as to who is doing the oppressing. Hamas is a terrorist mafia that took over Gaza. These are the oppressors. And when you make it all about Israel, you take the pressure off of them. You enable them. Gender may not be binary, but right and wrong kind of is.
It's an interesting standpoint. Please, folks, we have many different types of people in this chat. We've got people from South Africa. We've got people who watch our show in Iraq. We have people in Serbia. We have people in Hong Kong, Taiwan, Africa, New Zealand, Australia. We've got people in France, in Belgium, in the Netherlands. We've got a lot of Canadians. We've got Californians. We've got New Yorkers. We've got Texans. We've got Floridians. We have Mormons who watch, Catholics who watch. We have Orthodox who watch. We have Muslims who watch. We have a lot of Jews who watch. We have Christians who watch.
We've got atheists and agnostics.
Atheists, agnostics, Baptists, Protestants. We have it all. Catholics.
Or smorgasbord.
And I'll tell you what, please just, I'm not trying to be rude, but there's some people from some foreign countries here who may not have the influence that we have as a Christian country, and we are, to what we're talking about. And I would ask you to be patient and be Christian, especially to the people who I care about. And yes, we have pagans and everything else, yes. So maybe if there's somebody who's struggling with finding God here, maybe this is their way. Maybe this is the day. Maybe this conversation leads them down that path. And wouldn't it be really crappy if a Christian turns them off by forcing it down their throat or making them feel small or insignificant? Let's try to be better. I think that's what Bill Maher just said. You got Bill Maher quoting scripture. You got Bill Maher talking about the Bible and using it as historical evidence. And if you know anything about Bill Maher, he never denied that Jesus existed. In fact, he absolutely admires Jesus and believes Jesus was a real person. He just doesn't think that Jesus rose from the dead and he's a man in the sky and there's a heaven and all this other stuff. He doesn't believe that, but he believes that Jesus was real, and he believes the testament of the Bible, and he believes the historical records. But you're like, well, Matt, if he believes that, then how can he believe the other spiritual and supernatural type stuff? That's not for me to answer. That's for Bill Maher to answer. And if you go watch the movie Religulous, he explains it in his way. Do I agree with him anymore? No. But do I understand what he was saying when he said it? Yeah, because I happen to agree with everything he said. I've changed and I've grown and I've learned new things that have led me the path of trying to become a faithful person. Maybe Bill Maher's on that path. Maybe there's people in our chat who are on that path, and we should let them try to find it and help them. That's my point.
Well said.
Amish people? No, I don't think so.
I don't think any Amish people watch us unless it's the.
I don't think Amish people have TVs.
Well, unless it's the teenagers that go out when they hit that certain age where they're supposed to go out for a year.
I'm pretty sure Amish people don't watch our show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it's one demographic that, and Swahili from the Zulu nation, maybe not, but you never know. Maybe they do.
Speaking of Australia, did you hear about Candace today?
Yeah, tell them.
Her visa got denied by Australia. She cannot go to the country. Why? Because the government thinks that she's going to cause conflict.
And here's where I am completely on Candace's side. I think that Australia is a bunch of douche plows, and they are going the way of Europe. And I think Candace Owens should be able to go wherever the hell she wants and say whatever the hell she wants. And Australia just demonstrates that they are a totalitarian-based government. That they are moving towards progressive socialism faster than any other country on the planet right now. They're in a bad spot. So I actually support Candace Owens on this, that she has a right. Listen, I've never said she can't say what she says. I said she shouldn't because she's being stupid. Matt, he likely got that from his mom. The Jewish people don't believe the resurrection happened. No, he just doesn't believe in anything from the Bible. When it comes to anything posthumous from Jesus's death, he doesn't believe in the Holy Trinity. He doesn't believe in the resurrection. He doesn't believe in eternal life. He doesn't believe in heaven and hell. He doesn't believe any of the faith-based stuff. He believes the more scientific and documented parts of the Bible, but he doesn't believe in the spirituality. So it's not the Jew in him. He just doesn't believe in any of that stuff. But it doesn't mean that maybe he's trying. Maybe we should look. Yep, Kanye got denied too. I think it's stupid. I think it's ridiculous.
I have a different take than you.
Sure.
I don't disagree with you on where Australia is going.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching the show. We'll talk to you. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Each country has their own set of rules, and when you go to that country, you need to follow their rules. Just like pot is legal here. It's not in Russia. You bring pot to Russia, you're going to get arrested.
Right.
In the Middle East, if you're a woman, you have to wear a veil. It's not required here, but if you go to the Middle East and you don't, you can get stoned or you can get beaten.
Right.
It's not cool here.
That's not quite, but okay.
But yeah. So anyway, each country has their own laws. And if they don't have their whole freedom of speech like we do, then they don't want that there. And they don't
but
have
which part did you disagree?
That they don't have to accept her.
I didn't say they had to. I said they were a totalitarian government who's moving towards social progressivism faster than any other country on the planet. And this is an example of it. They've already confiscated guns. They believe in redistribution of wealth, universal health care. Their taxation rate is absolutely atrocious. They are censoring speech. They created internment camps for COVID victims and literally put them in camps. I mean, that's all I said, baby. I don't think they should be forced to take her. My point is that I think Australia sucks.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And I agree that Candace should be allowed, but I'm not saying that Australia doesn't have that right. Of course Australia has that right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Leslie, like a historical document. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't believe that when you die, you go to heaven. So he doesn't believe after all, and I'll be back.
I knew that was coming.
Hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista, baby Jesus. Have you guys seen this? Oh, I got to show it to you. It's totally sacrilegious, and then we'll show you Obama. It's funny. God has a sense of humor. I think he'll laugh. Stop killing Judas. Oh, this is good. Come on, this is funny. All right.
In October,
you guys have to have a sense of humor.
To turn his story into history.
High stakes posts.
You gotta listen.
Unto this world, a child is born.
enjoying the night air, my brother? Your robes, give them to me. I come bearing many gifts, but I assure you my robes are not among them. What are you, some kind of wise guy? Well, actually, yes.
He's back. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the Terminator in the greatest action story ever told.
Hasta la vista, baby Jesus.
All right, settle down. Did I make enough? Good. Back to my sermon. Blessed are the...
Get down! Come with me if you want to live.
What are you doing?
They were going to arrest you.
No.
And crucify you.
It is supposed to happen.
What are you, a glutton for punishment?
In the beginning, there was Arnold.
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over metal endoskeleton. My mission is to protect you.
I appreciate your concern, and I realize you've traveled a great distance. But there's a plan, a master plan even, and I can't explain it to you now, but you must stay away. And you cannot go around killing people.
Why?
Because it is one of God's commandments, thou shalt not kill.
Why?
Because it is a sin.
Why?
Because it's not nice.
Why?
Forgive him, Father. He's a robot from the future.
Thou shalt not miss this movie. Now, come, witness the miracle.
Brothers, my time with you is almost over. But for now, let us eat.
Eat this.
You just don't get it, do you?
You have been targeted for termination.
I already told you, I'm supposed to die for the sins of mankind.
I'm programmed to protect you.
Stop! Stop killing Judas!
But he's going to betray you.
I know. Look, I've got a lot on my mind right now, and you're really starting to stress me out, okay? Okay?
Bosch is pilot at 10 o'clock.
Give me that thing!
This Christmas, the meek shall inherit the action.
Don't worry, he'll be back. What?
Terminator 3. The greatest action.
Yes, yeah, definitely. You got to be able to have a sense of humor. And very much different watching that now than I watched it 10 years ago. What? You want out? Brother, would you get the dog, please? It's humor. And it's 10 years ago, hilarious. Now I'm like, halfway through it, I was like, it's a little sacrilegious, but it's okay. It's funny. It's humor. Let's end it on this. 453.67. It's good enough. We got close enough. We didn't get, we ended in 6-7. Ethan, you're not going to hell for laughing. I'm pretty sure God brought humor.
God has a sense of humor.
I'm sure God has
free will.
He made liberals. He has humor. We ended in 6-7. So that's gonna have to be good enough. 543.67. Okay, that's a sign.
I'm just glad that
We did. We got close enough. How's your homework coming?
it's doing good.
Okay, go finish it, and then I'll be out to check it in a second. So Obama, just want to let you guys know, if you look at the polls, These numbers are incredible. And right now in Virginia, you can take a look at Spanberger at 47.5, 45.3. These are not the polls after the debate. So Jason Mraz is not 49.5. Jay Jones is at 44.6. This is not after the debate. So next week will be great. Monday, Tuesday, we'll get these out.
What's LG?
Huh?
LG.
Lieutenant governor.
Okay.
So that's what Sears is now. Yeah. So attorney general, governor, and lieutenant governor. So right now, Republicans are right there in Virginia. Here is the video. They are sending in the Obamas, and
reinforcements.
I so want to go to Fairfax and go see this. Where's the video?
I did bookmark it.
I know you did. You're doing a great job. Try to get all the way up there. I'm tired. It's been
I just saw it.
It's been a long week. There it is.
Are some of the most important.
So here you go. Winsome Sears is on the attack. You got to love it. Here's the video. If you guys want to donate, last chance. If you want to win, we are doing. Howard Savage ordered the hoodie, the
Freedom hoodie.
The Freedom hoodie. Oh, you're gonna like that. Hoodies are taking a little longer. Howard, I'm going to keep, I ordered 2 of them myself, one for me and Olivia. We're waiting. Those are the white ones. I think we'll be okay to get those in stock. I'll let you know, and I'll keep an eye on it. If you have any problems, let me know. You're not going to have any problems. I just want to make sure it ships. So if you guys want to, you can pick one thing out of the store, anything you want, up to $100. Just let me know, and you'll have to send your email in. We're going to do a drawing, and we will ship it to you free of charge on us. We're trying to do a fundraiser for Ethan because he wanted to do the 670. We got close enough. We definitely crushed our normal goal. So if you guys want to help out, you can do that and get into the contest. I think we've probably got about 30 names right now or so.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the video of, he's looking old.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia's elections are some of the most important in the country this year, and I am proud to endorse Abigail Spanberger for governor. Republican policies are raising costs on working families so billionaires can get massive tax cuts. As governor, Abigail will stand up for Virginia families. She'll work to build an economy that works for everyone, not just big corporations and the wealthy. But it won't happen without you. Every vote counts, so turn out and vote for Abigail Spanberger for governor on November 4th.
Aren't you a billionaire there, Obama?
Yeah.
Aren't you going to enjoy those tax breaks? Just saying.
President Trump needs to get out there for her. And like JD Vance, somebody needs to get out here for Sears. I understand Donald Trump's a little bitter about Virginia, and maybe she's not asking for it, but you've got to get somebody out here talking about Sears. And I wish we could get her on. I don't think it's going to happen. I hope that her debate was enough. And I think the Jay Jones thing is going to impact down ticket. So moderates don't like that type of stuff. So listen, it's been a long week. Monday was a very strange day. And this was probably the weirdest week we've had in a while. And it definitely impacted us in a way I didn't think it would. Definitely impacted me because I was getting to a really good point. I was very happy. I was just doing the shows and we were having a good time. And then Monday was so toxic and so negative that it just carried on throughout the week. The interaction with Rob Jackson was the same way. And I don't like that. I don't want that. I hate that. So I'm going to do a full reset on Sunday and go to church and just kind of celebrate that and focus on getting my mind back to where it needs to be. And I'm excited to do that. So, appreciate you guys being understanding. For tonight was a little, with having Ethan having to come in for homework, and it was just kind of a sporadic week that wasn't as consistent as I wanted it to be. So I owe you for that, and we'll be better next week. It was just a weird week. Liv, do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, Melanie actually had a very, very good thought, Melanie Marino. So he stands behind the white woman, not the black woman. Yes, and Paul Rivera, I can pitch in a little. I have to watch the show on replay, missed most of it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy. Go ahead.
But yeah, so he stands behind the white woman, not the black woman. Got it. Very good point.
That's a
Wasn't
great point.
he out there lecturing black people.
Yes. Oh, Olivia.
Lecturing the black community for not voting for Kamala Harris, and you're not true to your race because you're going to vote for a white person over a black person. What are you doing right now? You are a complete and total hypocrite, and you're eating your words.
Okay, we need to do a video on this. Save it. Just take that powder, keep it dry, because that's going to make a great video for tomorrow. We will. We'll do. You have to do that video tomorrow because it's such a great point. I mean, it's an excellent point, Livy. It's an excellent point.
It was actually Melanie, so thank you, Melanie. Appreciate it.
Great job, Liv. I can't believe you came up with that all by yourself. Just so good.
That's funny.
Jonathan, I appreciate that, man. Tonight was just weird. Just tired. Olivia and I need a break. You know, we're tired. Deirdre put in, oh my gosh, $14, and now it's 48767, which was my phone number.
She probably donated before Paul's came in.
My phone number was 647-4867 in California.
Oh. When
I was a boy, 805-647-4867 in California. Pray for me, please, dummies. I have a medical procedure on Monday, colonoscopy, endoscopy. Thanks. Tina, we will. And yes, absolutely. And just, will you please text me and let me know that you're okay? That's important to me. I would appreciate that.
Yes. Riley, yes, we know about that.
What?
The school in Fairfax is supposed to have taken the kids to get abortions.
We reported on that a few months ago.
We did.
Yep. But we'll make that video. All right, folks, listen, we appreciate you. If you guys want to get in, I know, I love Ethan. He's amazing. He just needs some help. Tina, God bless you. We will say a prayer tonight. We love you. Remember, if you guys want to get into it, we'll hold donations till tonight. So if you're watching this on replay, if you want to donate, we'll count it. And then we'll do a drawing on Monday and find out where we are. Don't reply to that. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on Monday. God bless. Bye.
Night, y'all.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.